And
We're in.
we are live. Hello. Good evening. It's pivotal that you're here at Blackwater D&D, the show where everything matters.
So much weight.
Thank you for being here. I know you didn't have a choice, because neither did I, because this is Blackwater D&D, where it all matters. Gosh, we got a lot on the table today. Matt, you were just telling us how important today was. What was that you were saying?
I was, because the big reason is that I need to know immediately from all of you. Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
Are you a rock, a paper, or a scissors person? And this right here is why it is essential that we are all here and why everything matters. Tim, hit us with it first.
I can leave this up.
Also, sorry, and why? And why?
I am, at my core, a rock person. But,
Okay.
but my
Just
wife,
a little patch.
my wife is a paper person. So I have had to become a scissor person because she will
If he wants
always
to win.
pick paper first. Sometimes I try the paper first as well, but generally it's paper, then scissors, then paper. She doesn't ever use rock, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
Never
Okay.
used rock in her life.
Okay.
Do I get a chance to rebut to that?
Yeah, Emma, now that we know that you're a paper person,
Yeah.
you may explain why.
Isn't that fucking obvious? Like, why I'm a paper person? Because paper is just the upper echelon of all things. Like, paper speaks of organization and note-taking and knowledge.
Order.
Order. So paper obviously comes first. And Tim, just because you can't get on board with the fact that I'm a paper person, that's not my
No,
problem.
I can. I've just adapted. I'm an adaptable rock.
Okay, I'll toss mine out real quick. This is a fight, and scissors are just two swords attached together. So I am a scissors person until I die. Lennon, what have you got?
Yeah, I would love to go up to that. I'm a scissors person because it's the gayest option.
True. Absolutely.
I also did
Genevieve
just-
Bailey.
I did just test rock,
Oh.
paper, scissors, and scissors is the only one that I immediately go to.
was hoping we'd go last because I'm going to need the lawyers on this one. I don't want to divulge my secrets.
That
Is this
is
a legally
true.
binding thing, Matthew, that I have to tell you right now? Because
Hold on.
then,
We
then
just
people
call
will
up the
know my
lawyers. Cody,
secrets.
Hi,
you're
Ben
our lawyer.
Yeah. No, I need to know if what I asked Jen on the internet is mandatory that she answers. Oh, it is? Oh, she has to? Jen, he's saying that you have to. That it's
Yeah.
mandatory.
What's our lawyer's name, Matthew?
Ben Lawyer, I told you.
Lawyer.
Sorry.
Close
You-
to someone
guys,
we actually
just-
know.
Yeah, we're paying him. We're paying him by the hour. So just give me one more second.
Yeah, so we
yeah.
have him for a whole hour. I'd
No,
like to really go into
Fun
this.
fact:
Ben,
lawyer is not his maiden name. He took his wife's name.
that is
pretty cool.
That is true.
Also, I would have done the same
His
if
wife-
I was a lawyer and my spouse's name was lawyer.
Well,
take
his
that.
wife is actually a pediatrician, so she is Dr. Lawyer.
Dr. Lawyer. What was his
But-
last name before it was lawyer?
Hold on.
Mr. Law.
Ben, was your last name really Mr. Law? Like M.R.
Mr.
dot L.A.
hyphen law. No, it's MIST.
Oh,
No, it was
hyphen
DeLaw. Sorry, it was
Can
DeLaw.
Ben tell
Mr.
us
Law.
Ben
his
DeLaw.
rock paper scissors strategy?
Ben, Jen wants to know your rock paper scissors strategy.
And then she's legally obligated to tell us. hers.
Dynamite. It's
I
dynamite,
suppose.
isn't it?
He is a dynamite guy.
He
He's
is.
a
sword,
dynamite guy.
laser
Oh
sword.
man, we can't pull a fast one over on you, Ben. Anyway, I gotta go. We're on the internet. Jen, you gotta go. He
I
said
never
so.
understood how scissors doesn't beat dynamite. You cut the wick.
Cut the fuse. Skip the
Like,
fuse.
Scissors is the best one. Why would you use anything else?
Jen, what is yours?
because they might have a rock.
I
Yeah, they might have paper though. The weakest, like I don't understand how paper beats anything.
Yeah,
How does
does not
paper
beat
just,
the
like-
rock.
The rock goes right through the paper.
No, it doesn't.
Ooh, my food is
Rock
here.
just
Food,
waits
food, food, food.
patiently until rain comes and washes paper away.
Jen, what
I
is yours?
love how passionate y'all get about these arguments. Don't ask them about utensils. You don't want to start it. I am a rock person. I would say I'm also adaptable. I have spent a lot of time around children in my life, and I aim to beat them at rock, paper, scissors all the time, so I adapt, but my go-to is rock.
Sean.
Let me tell you, the game of rock, paper, scissors, you're not actually playing the game. You're playing the person across from you.
Absolutely
See?
you are.
See?
So in terms of like rock, paper, scissors, it's I don't know until the moment of it. I look into the other person's eyes and I read them like
That's
a
the real
goddamn
trick.
book. Let me tell you, me and my brother growing up, it was rock, paper, scissors, everything. Best 2 out of 3, everything. As such, he got really good. I got really good, but I'm better. I'm better than him. And he's a fucking contender. I promise you, fucking we do like a Blackwater fucking rock, paper, scissors challenge. I'm gonna come out statistically higher than is probable. Because I got skills. I got the skills. Also, I'm a scissors person.
Cody,
In my
roll that
gut.
intro. Cody, roll the intro.
When you're stuck in quarantine and there's nothing on TV, come on down, come and see Blackwater D&D.
I think we're live again. I think we're
Live again.
Gosh.
I love the tone at which Cody counts us back in every time because we are
Nice.
absolutely
Nice.
off the rails every time he tries to count us.
I think that's got to do with our mounting anxiety towards what we're trying to deal with in the show.
This is the new
Guys,
name change.
Okay.
Today's session is literally a dream. Like nothing bad ever happened when someone was
Until we
asleep.
wake up.
So while we're all pondering our collective dreamlike existence, I'm going to give you some announcements. Big
Oh,
thank
yeah.
you to our sponsors, Legendcraft, a nerdy woodworking company from Calgary, and Silverwing Armory from Muskoka, Ontario, selling paper products for all your RPG gaming needs. Check them out, and if anything tickles your fancy, enter the code Blackwater for a discount. Legendcraft also has a Kickstarter that is part of the Make 100 campaign. I think if they're not already fully funded, they're like dollars away. So like, please go and fund them. They're making D2 flip coins that double as an 8-space tracker for whatever you need in your game. So type !Legendcraft to get in on the action with our exclusive Blackwater link. Love as always to our dice goddess Keisha and our artist Tiana. You can find them at fairydragon_dice or at miss._marston on Instagram. Both of their commissions are open, so please go and partake in that if you like dice or art. Also, Tiana just sent art to us for something that we'll talk about at the end of this announcement stream. But oh my god, I almost cried. It was great. Our Discord is a lovely, amazing place. Type !Discord to find the link and come hang out. But while we're streaming, hang out here in the Twitch chat because that's where all the cool kids are. Also, round 2 of the Gravelies, which are our 1-year anniversary awards ceremony that's happening on March 17th, which is our 1-year stream anniversary, is up on Discord, and we need you to come help us vote and nominate stuff. So head on over to our Discord, join in under the Gravelies channel, and please go vote. Cast, you're also all needing to go vote. I need you to all get in there and do that, please. And if you're not on our Discord, why the heck are you not on our Discord? Go be on our Discord.
Because
Link
they're
is in-
watching the stream.
Well, they can go join at the
What's up, cool
break. They can go join
dudes?
at the break. A big thank you to all of you who subscribe to us every month. Don't forget to re-up your subscriptions because a lot of them don't roll over. We also have a coffee. So if you want to support our show above and beyond a subscription, type !Donate in the chat and head on over. We're also just so thankful to have you here, showing up week after week and telling your friends, various parental figures about the show and wearing your denim items, particularly jorts. It's truly wonderful. And
Spring is around the corner. The jorts are going to be back in force.
it's almost jorts. It's almost jorts time.
You can't use paper to cut a pair of jorts, so
That's true.
Can't use rocks either. So
no. Scissors only. Great. I'm glad we agree. You may continue.
Thank you so much. Okay. What else is wonderful? Lore Club. Lore Club is delightful. If you want to get involved in chronicling our history from the beginning of the campaign before we started the streaming, type !Lore in the chat, and our amazing mod, the New Experience Network, will direct you to a Google form where you can go partake in this unbelievable community lore project. That is such a delight. I'm in there every now and again, loving the spreadsheets that are all color coordinated. They're just, they make me so happy. So please get involved in that if that's something you want. programming this week, we are back on Monday. It will be myself and Sean and Matt to discuss more this session and more of the Elemental Chaos arc if we get there. Hopefully, maybe we'll get there at this point. We're working on it, depending on what happens tonight. So yeah, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Monday. Please coming out with us for Chatwater, all things lore and dishing. It'll be great. Wednesday, oh gosh, Wednesday we are back with our monthly one shot, and we're all ready to party. In celebration of Len's birthday, which was this month, we are running a Party Paladin one shot. We are all paladins who have taken the oath of the party, brand new baby level 3 paladins who are out there just to have a good time. So please come hang out with us. It'll be Tim is GMing, myself and Matt and Len and Jen and Adam will be here to play. It's going to be a delightful good time. I believe it's set in Dresda. Tim?
It is set in Dresden.
You're muted, my dear.
My gain is down. Is that better?
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
It is set in Dresda, and the homebrew party paladin is fun.
What do you think about releasing it afterwards?
Absolutely, I think that's a wonderful idea.
Sounds good. So if you come to the Party Paladin one shot, we would love to release that for you, and we will have a Google Doc that you can access during the stream.
I'm gonna throw
It's a party favor.
teaser
It's a
It's a
party
party
favor.
in the chat. I'm gonna throw one of the channel divinities in the chat.
Ooh, thanks, Tim. So it will be a delightful good time. And then, of course, the project that we're really, really excited about that's going to be happening next month is the Chronicles of Wagadu. We are hosting Alan Cudicio, who is the creator of the Chronicles of Wagadu here on our channel. That will be happening at the end of March for our month one shot. And it will be myself, it'll be Alicia, Marie, and Brianna DeCoster, who are both amazing, amazing cosplayers, as well as B. Dave Walters, like what, and TJ Storm, all of them coming to hang out here on our channel. Art by Tiana, which is what she just sent us. We will be teasing it probably over the next couple weeks, and holy bananas, it is so great playing all new characters using the Wagadu system of the way that they do classes and like they use lineages instead of races. If you haven't seen our chat on Chatwater with Alan, please go head over to our YouTube and check that out. It will be such a treat. I'm so excited. There will be costumes. It will be amazing. So please come check it out and keep your eyes posted for all that kind of good stuff. And then, of course, we'll be back on Saturday for our main campaign. So lastly, whether you're new tonight or you've been with us for ages, thank you so much for your support. We love you immensely. And you folks make this, we would play anyway, but it's also so wonderful to have you join us at our table. We hope you feel really welcome here. Now, Tim, let's play some fucking Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh boy. All right. So, let me pull up my notes because I had it switched up. There we go. So, for those of you just joining us tonight, last week Blackwater set off once again into the parlor of the Iron Lyceum, this time going through the portal in the fireplace. Discovering the cellar, they found small viewing cubes to other rooms. They moved into the next room, which separated them, and after a brief fight, they were feeling very tapped out and decided to rest in Spooky's magnificent mansion. It was there Neppy was visited in her dreams by the Matron of Vengeance. The time had come for her bargain to be upheld. The matron instructed Neppy that she and Blackwater had 24 hours to deliver Kato Halskani, the son of the Sunspeaker of Wulfrene, to the courtyard above the tomb of the Raven Queen in the ancient ruined city of Manta. The following morning, Neppy delivered the news to the rest of the party. With only 16 hours remaining, they wrestled with the best course of action, deciding to resume their search for Limeric. They found the entrance to the next chamber and were met by the caretaker, a stone-like construct who instructed them on how to get in contact with Halora by resting. As they fell asleep, they were invited into the dream palace of Halora, a mind-bending workshop Halora had constructed within her own mind to access and continue to research while she sleeps. The party learns this has been achieved with the help of Kindri, the Kalashtar who is in the care of Halora. They questioned Halora at length, discovering her motivations and methods less sinister than they had anticipated, but still at odds with some of the party's sensibilities. As Halora agreed to try and recall anything that may be helpful to them, a door appeared, which Halora believed to be an invitation from Kindri to visit her own dreamscape. And that's where we pick up. I do want to clarify one thing before we jump forward. This came up on Chatwater, and I clarified it for the group, but I want to clarify it for everybody watching, because time travel obviously is a little wibbly wobbly. But something that Halora had mentioned was about the town of Telekov. And I wanted to clear up exactly the time travel around that in case it wasn't clear from the last episode. She has created a bubble around the town and moved time around the town. So when she found it, she turned back time around the bubble of that town. She herself hasn't traveled through time. She has extended her life so that as the town ages, she will be able to be there when whatever event takes place. Does that make sense?
So she sent the whole town back in time,
Yes,
not
like-
her back in time.
And
essentially-
she aimed for 30 years, but
wound up sending it back 500 years, turning
Yes.
the time back in that bubble 500 years.
Super relatable. We've all done that. Like,
Right? So
Classic.
you watch as a door appears, a kind of simple wooden door appears within the workshop. What would you like to do?
I would like to go through the door. I'd look at everyone through the door. Door.
You think we should knock?
I think the door.
I think that'd be quite nice, actually.
Yes.
Yeah. Yana, why don't you knock?
Okay.
Kind of
Little
knock.
tappity tap.
Hear kind of a hollow sound. Nothing seems to happen.
Anybody home?
There's no answer.
Perhaps the door presence is what is supposed to send signal that we're allowed in.
Yeah, I think we can
Probably.
go in. Yeah, try the knob. Try give it a wiggle.
Is it like how high up is it?
You can reach
Is
it.
it like-
It's not a giant door. It's like a regular human door. So it's
Okay,
like
she
at
just reaches
eye
above her head
level.
then.
Yeah. And you open it, and it swings open, and you can see there is kind of like a faint sort of greenish portal behind the door.
A portal.
Another dream, I guess. I mean, we've come this far. I go tootling through the door.
I'll go in too.
You head through. You find yourself as you walk through, the brightness kind of gets turned way up as you kind of walk through this portal into immediately a large field of high grass, and this like bright, you can feel like the sun like beaming down on you, as the contrast in this place is turned way up, and the green of the grass is very bright as your eyes are kind of adjusting. And you can see, as you kind of get used to the kind of visual aspect of this place, you start to pick out a bit more detail, as the grass comes up to about your chin for most of you. Spooky, it's well above your head, but you can see there are what looks like massive pitcher plants kind of dotted throughout this meadow, and the sky has kind of a pinkish haze to it, and you can see almost like jellyfish like creatures kind of floating near some of the pitcher plants, just kind of like softly sort of floating around. But you can see they have kind of large eye stalks on top of their kind of almost like mushroom shaped body, and kind of bluish tentacles kind of hanging down. You can see them picking things off the grass, and you can see the field continues on pretty much in every direction, and you see all these sort of pitcher plants just kind of disappear into the horizon. But you can see ahead of you, maybe 900 feet or so, you can see what looks like the roof of a building kind of peeking up over the grass. Looks kind of orangish from this distance. What would you like to do?
I mean, I guess if your whole world, you would create a whole world for yourself.
Can
Maybe-
somebody lift me up? I can't see.
Yeah. And I put her on my head so she can hold on to my horns.
Oh my gosh, yes. So cute.
Perhaps we avoid the plants. We just try and give them a wide berth.
Yeah, we make for the house, right?
Yes.
More or less a
Alright.
clear, straight shot to the house. The pitcher plants are relatively spaced out, and you are easily able to kind of give it a wide berth of one that is kind of sort of in your path. And you do see the creatures, whatever they are, like one of their eyes kind of turns towards you as you sort of walk by, but they seem kind of intent on feeding themselves.
Yana, you've got the high ground, so just let us know before any dangers get
Will
near us.
do.
And you see as you kind of get closer, you start to see the rest of the building. You can see what is an orange tiled roof, almost looks like terracotta tiles. And you can see there is a chimney with kind of white smoke sort of billowing out. And you can see as you walk through, the grass kind of stops, and the field kind of it's almost as if it's like the grass has been trimmed up to a point. And you can see there is kind of a pen of some kind off to the side of the house. You don't see any animals in it at the moment. You can see like a trough, and you see the front of this house has what is a Dutch door, which is one of those doors that is split in half, both top and bottom open. But you can see the top is open. And as you walk through, as you all kind of come through the grass, you see a beautiful young woman kind of comes to the door. And you can see kind of pinkish white hair and large green eyes, and kind of a smile just appears across her kind of roundish face as she leans on the top of the door. What are you doing here?
Hi. We're Blackwater. We're friends of Limeric. Someone take the reins. That's as far as I've got. Why are we here? It's the same. It's a big story. You're gonna love it.
Are you Kindri?
Yes, I am.
It's very nice to meet you. Finally, we've heard some about you.
Yes, I could feel your presence in Halora's workshop, and I admit I was curious.
Well, we have quite the story, I'd imagine. Is there somewhere comfortable that we can find a seat and talk?
Here. And you see she kind of like looks down and she waves her hands, and you feel underneath you stumps kind of rise up out of the ground in kind of a semicircle, and a sort of small kind of fire pit appears in the middle. Is this more comfortable?
Perfect.
Lovely,
Yeah.
thank you.
It's beautiful here.
Thank you. This is where I like to greet visitors.
How many you get visitors often? I hear this is a pretty exclusive joint.
Not many, but the occasional wanderer through here.
People just stumble in here? I thought this was by invitation only.
People like me, other Kalashtar, occasionally will travel through. There is an ease at which Kalashtar move through others' dreams. It is not like regular folk. Regular folk must be invited, but Kalashtar can go where they wish.
How many Kalashtar have you met?
Only a handful.
Must be nice to have visitors come through when they do, who move the same way you do.
Yes, we are a nomadic people.
Do you visit other people's dreams too?
I have ventured out some, but not too far ranging. It is easy to get lost.
Oh,
What is that? What is it like to get lost in this place?
It can be frightening. You can become untethered, and your physical body is at risk. So I tend to stay close-ish, but I know that I'm safe where I am, so I can wander, but I don't have the same wanderlust as some of the other Kalishtar I have met.
You've been with Halora for most of your life?
Yes.
And how are you faring here?
I am well. I continue to build and create and learn. I am comfortable.
Question. We're talking to Halora and this came up. Is this where you want to be? Like here you're happy, this is where you want to stay? Because I know, I don't know, Limeric might have told you, I'm not exactly sure how much back and forth y'all have, but Limeric was pretty intent on, showing you the world outside of Halora's physical place. Is that something you're interested in, or is this work for you?
One day, I believe I will want to see the material world. But for now, I am comfortable here, and I don't really have much choice.
Why not?
Well, if I wish to remain here, as I said before, my physical body is at risk if it is not protected. And I know that I am protected here with Halora. I can exist in the dream plane for as long as I like. I do not have to worry about returning.
To your body.
Yes.
So you would worry that if you were not here with Halora, that something could happen to your body while you spend time.
Yes. This is where I have grown up. It is all I know.
Forgive me for asking, Kindri, or perhaps being so forward. Halora mentioned that she sensed that there was some other reason that you wouldn't awaken. She said it wasn't time.
She is right. I am not ready to wake. There is much I still want to do. This place is only a fraction of what I have built. Merely a resting place for travelers. There is much more to the plane of dreams.
That sounds wonderful.
Hey, how do you... Oh, no, you go ahead. You go ahead, Nebby.
We stumbled. I don't know if Limeric has told you, but we met him outside. He was running away, or had escaped, or had been let escape.
Yes, he told me of his plan. And I encouraged him to go, to see the world, to live his life.
And then he came back.
Yes. I have not been able to speak to him since. Halora has him somewhere where he cannot reach me.
Oh, this is perfect. We were actually planning on talking to him after talking to you. Can we pass on a message?
Yes.
Oh, great.
Tell him that our love is real. And I do love him. But he should go. See the world. And I will find him when I wake.
Can do.
He might be quite hesitant to leave without you. We will try.
He cannot exist here as I do.
I know that safety is an issue, And Halora, boy, does she have a safe setup. But there are a number of safe places on the material plane. I don't want to brag, but we're a number of high-profile individuals who have access to a fair few safe places. I myself have my own personal stash that I'm working on. It's coming along. All that is to say is that if you ever did want to dip your toes into the physical world and needed a home away from home to rest your head to continue the work here, I think I think we could probably facilitate that.
Thank you.
Just
the
for
offer.
funsies. Your friend Limeric is a friend of ours. I guess more than a friend. I mean, that's between you two. Point is, you're welcome.
And tell him when he sleeps, he can always visit me. More reason for him to leave this place. Away from Halora. He will be able to visit me.
Okay.
Kindri, has he told you much about his life here?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. He told us a bit. We have not spent much time with him, but we wish for his safety and yours. As the letter said, a friend of Limeric's is a friend of ours.
You wish to know about Halora?
Yes. Trying to
She is
be
not.
Trying to be tactful, I suppose, in new company.
She is not maternal by any stretch. She and Limeric have not had an easy relationship. But she has cared for him, and I believe he cares for her in his own way. But they are not folks who should spend much time together. It is too painful. There is resentment. And there is a lack of understanding on Halora's side. Her appetite for knowledge is an obsession. But her intentions are good, I think.
I mean, I feel like that's good enough for me. Hey, a real pivot here. Aside from the Limerick thing, we actually just find ourselves in a real sort of cosmic pickle. And I feel safe in speaking for the group that I say that we are cosmically grasping at straws. You know anything about the Matron of Vengeance or Paylor's big day? That's tomorrow in Terran time.
I do not know the people of which you speak.
Here's a question. Do gods spend time in the dream plane, the plane of dreams, where we're at right now, right?
I do not know. Perhaps. There are spirits here, creatures, beings that hold more power than others. But I do not know if the gods you speak of spend time here. It is a vast, vast place.
Follow-up question. Associate, I would say, close friend of Halora's, Aegis the Displaced. He ever come visit you? You ever?
I do not know Aegis. Only from what Halora has mentioned of him.
Okay.
Is it possible, Kindri, that I remembered you saying that if we reached out to you, you can visit, but can you reach out to us also, like to others?
It is possible if you allow me to connect with you. I
would,
can.
as someone who else has spent lots of time away, sequestered, not in the same way, obviously, but if there is ever anything you need, please reach out.
Would you allow me?
Yes.
She
Yeah.
walks out from the Dutch door. She kind of comes over to where you are. And she takes your hand, and you can see she kind of traces a symbol in your hand. And you see as it kind of glows pink for a second and then sort of fades into your skin and disappears. Thank you.
You're welcome. So please, I encourage you that if there is ever anything that you may need, but a call away.
Does anyone else extend their hand? Okay, so she does it to all of you. I'm kind of thanking you all as you go.
Can I?
I'm
I know
gonna
I've already
wait. Yeah, I would love to. I'm not good at this, but I think I put my hand up last. I would love to just insight before. Okay, 17. That's as good as my insight is
17.
ever.
Okay. Any other inside checks?
I've already done it, but I'm gonna also insight check as she looks around, like just kind of. I'm watching. I think I would want to be really watching the process of what she's doing and trying to get a sense of intent behind it.
I would like to make an insight check, not on what she's doing right now, but just on what she said about living here with Halora.
Yeah, you can insight check that.
That's gonna be a 25.
Okay.
Um,
So as far as the intent around the rune in your hand, it seems very much like that kind of consent is important to her, and like that, like the relationship of allowing, like she's not the kind of Kalishtar that just sort of moves through other dreams. Like they have that ability, but it seems like to her it is important that there is a level of consent of allowing her to be able to enter your dreams, as a being who can do that. It seems like it's not necessarily a thing that's unique to Kalishtar, but it's specifically to her, it seems like it's something that's important to her.
We love consent.
Well, I'm here for it then. I got no
And
reason to.
Len,
I
as
trust
you're-
her implicitly.
24.
24. Okay, can everyone take their headphones out, please, except for
Oh
Len?
boy.
So you get the sense when she's talking about Halora that there is it's a double-edged sword. It's not that she dislikes Halora or hates her. There is obviously a relationship there that is more positive than Limeric's relationship. But to continue to exist the way she does, she doesn't really have a choice. You can tell that it's sort of like there's a resigned quality to how she talks about it, that it's like, this is the only choice I have to stay safe while I can remain in the dreaming plane for longer, as long as I wish. Does that make sense? Okay, everyone can put their headphones back in.
And the sign fades after a hot second.
Yeah, it kind of flares up and then it sort of fades away into your skin.
So I'm just gonna be. You got a hot second? You might want to summon yourself some tea. But I'm just gonna let you know our situation, because, like I said, we're grasping at straws, and anything that comes to your mind that you think might be useful would be great. And I'm just gonna everything we told Halora, I'm just gonna lay on Kindri in the best detail letters can, which I imagine is mostly accurate.
So that's all the stuff around the matron.
The
and why you've
matron,
come.
Velsum. I'm even gonna talk about
Aegis,
Halor, Unity, like that big ogre, Mars Vike that we fought. I tell her about Finnan and how he's doing really well and how he's really grown and like he's really finding his vibe. And that I go down a bit of a tangent about Finnan. I'm like, fuck, this isn't about Finnan. I'm just really proud of him.
We're all really proud of our boy.
I
We
keep
all
saying
just
long
keep talking
story
about
short. I keep saying long story short, and then I keep tangenting.
Keep going. It just gets going.
I feel like
Anything
we
else?
all pipe in. Fuck, where's my book?
I mean, Rysel, I throw that in there.
I talked to her about what.
Oh, Adonis. Because M told us something about Adonis.
Yes.
I reckon he might have come through here at some point.
I would talk to her a little bit about what we'd seen with the stuff around the mandolin.
Okay. So as you tell her about that, and you tell her a bit about the kind of multiverse idea.
Yeah. And the second, if I see any interest in her and I see her like processing the wheels, I'm going to be like, and then there's this, and then there's this ring, and then there's this, and then there's this, and then
she seems fascinated. The other stuff is interesting. It seems all very important to all of you. So she's like listening intently.
Sweet girl.
But the multiverse part, and when you get into the sort of different frequencies, that kind of perks her up as she's like, that is interesting. I believe the plane of dreams crosses dimensions. I believe it is only one plane. Other Kalishtar that have come through exhibit some of what you say around frequency. You can see it manifest in their physical form. It's subtle, but...
So they have come from other universes, other dimensions, other time, space.
Perhaps. I cannot say for sure, but...
How do you see it?
There is a quality to their movement and their effect on my dreamscape. It alters things as they move through. I saw as you moved through, you did not alter anything. But when other Kalishtar come through, they tend to change things around them as they interact with them, subtly and not intentionally. But it seems to line up with what you're saying. Although I cannot be sure, I haven't met another Kalishtar who hasn't that effect, so it may just be Kalistars do that. I don't know.
I think we would trust your judgment on this, Kindri. We, as you might guess, are grasping at straws on a lot of things, and the intricacies of the multiverse feel so beyond our level of comprehension at the moment. You also strike me as someone who is a very good judge of character.
I don't know that I would say that. I have met very few people in my life.
It does not mean you do not have wisdom. If someone passes through here who affects this world, this dreamscape of yours, in a way that does not sit right with you, perhaps you get the feeling that they are of a different dimension or universe. Will you let us know?
Very well. I will let you know the next time a Kalistar comes through.
I would love to hear about it.
You say the Kalistar changed things by being here? You build things in the realm of dreams. Can anybody build things here?
It would take some time for you to build within my dreamscape. I would have to teach you to dream the way that I dream. But you can do this in your own dreams.
Okay. Well, I'll table that for later. That sounds great.
If you would give me a moment. And she goes into her house. A couple minutes go by. She comes back out with a small book, leather-bound book. If you are interested in continuing to work through your dreams, begin by reading this. I put it together after I helped Halora.
Great. Yana will share this. Can I take this with me, or when I go sleepy next, it'll just be around?
When you awake in your dreams next, the book will be there and you will be able to read it.
Okay, I feel like it might be a while before I'm able to share this with other
as
people.
you like feel the book kind of grow in your hand as 2 copies appear.
Okay. Well, I see Neppy. Like, I think everyone is going to want a piece of this.
Very well. Just
okay.
Turns out these books to each of you.
God is great. I have so many beings visiting me in my dreams. I should at least be able to get a bit of work done, I suppose.
It takes some time to master the technique. It is not something that happens in a night.
Yeah,
Do you all realize what this does for sleepovers? This is revolutionary. Oh my god.
The only escape from a sleepover is going to sleep. This is a nightmare.
Kindri, if someone learned this, and then, like, if 2 people both knew how to do this, would they be able to meet in each other's dreams?
It is possible, I believe, to build a connection. I don't entirely know, as it is something that I have always known how to do. But I'm not sure if non-Kalistar are able to. But I would encourage you to experiment.
Thank you.
Little thing before we go talk to Limeric, just so he knows that it's coming from you, do you have some sort of in-joke or password that like only you 2 would know that we could say, be like, hey Limeric, Kindri sends her regards, potato, and he's like, yes, that's our, I don't know.
Tell him I will meet him by the waterfall.
By the waterfall, that's great. Okay.
We can do that. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for visiting.
Our pleasure. Truly.
Tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to read this, and I'm going to build my own little dreamscape that I think is going to be like a pretty good replica of like just our area in Wulfrene, maybe some other places. And then you can like dip your toes in that, see if that's something you're interested in. And if that's good, you can meet like the real thing, down the line, like, whatever. But I'm going to hit the book, after I hit the hay. After the whole God thing, hopefully the next 24 hours goes well, so there's a hay to hit. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Speaking of which, I know time is basically limitless here, but I feel like we should be going.
Yes.
Uh,
Well,
I should mention something. Time is not limitless here. The longer you spend in the plane of dreams, the more erratic time becomes. Do be careful. It is why so many are lost to its allure. Time can move very slowly, but it can also act very quickly. You should be fine, but be wary of spending too much time here.
I have one other question.
Yes.
For us being here right now, as you've sort of said that we can take a book with us, are our beings at risk? If we died here, would, like in a regular dream, you die, you just sort of wake up. Is that different
It
here?
is possible. It depends on the manner of your death. In my dreamscape, because of its size and my connection to the quarry, there are things in my dreamscape that can pose a danger, that can separate one from their physical self. So if you die, I believe your physical body would be untethered and likely die as well. But you should be safe in your own dreamscapes.
The quarry?
They are beings native to the plane of dreams. I believe it is where the Kalishtar come from, although I have not ventured far enough to encounter many. But they are creatures born of the collective subconscious, I think. And they can be terrifying to behold. But some of them are benevolent, I believe, pose no threat. Like the, and she kind of points over to the floating creatures by the pitcher plants. The flumps. I believe they can move through the plane of dreams into the material plane as well. So I've been told. But they're relatively harmless.
Cool. So you didn't put those flumps there? Did you put those plants there?
I did. They were attracted to it.
Oh, cool. All right. Okay.
this has been lovely, Kindri. Thank you. And as I said, don't hesitate to reach out.
Of course. If you wish to return to Halora's workshop, I can make the door a little bit closer. You see she kind of waves her hand, and you see that similar kind of door appear.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Take good care, all right?
You too.
Thank you,
Blessings
Kindri.
to you.
Tim,
See you soon.
Callie would love to stay for a moment,
Okay.
like after everyone goes.
So you kind of watch as everybody goes. You're waiting to kind of be the last one out, and then you just kind of hang back for a second.
Do you want us to take our headphones
everybody
out?
pull their headphones out.
I got you.
Kindri, I don't know exactly what your experience has been, but I can pick up on something that I felt in myself for a very long time. And I know the fear of leaving, especially with the great lengths that you've described what leaving would be for you, leaving here. But if you ever decide to leave and need a place that's safe, I know that Halora has a safe place. But I'm married to a queen. So if you want to leave, I can pick up that she's not the greatest person, Halora. If you want to leave, I can promise you I'll make a safe place in Wulfrene.
I appreciate your offer. But the reason I do not leave is as much for my physical well-being, but also for Halora's. I have seen her dreams. What she witnessed in that town. It has changed her and scarred her very, very deeply. It has shaped her entire life. And I wish to be there for her as much as she was there for me in reaching out. And it is not ideal, and I do not love my situation, but I feel a sense of duty to her. But thank you.
I can understand that.
Your kindness will not be forgotten.
The offer is always there.
Thank you.
It never leaves. Now I know that you have a duty to Halora, and I understand that. But I feel like I can't trust her. I'm worried to trust her. She feels twisted, and I understand that she's been through something horrible and dark that's changed her and scarred her. And I don't mean to compare myself to anyone, but I've also been through dark and horrible and lost everyone. But there's lines I would not cross. There's things I would not do.
That is for each individual. I am not here to sit in moral judgment, as I do not understand the moral compass of the material plane. I am only guided by what I believe in my heart. And I believe that Halora has great good within her. But like anyone, is capable of great evil.
Yes. Thank you, Kindri. I wish you well.
You as well.
Allie's gonna go through the door.
Okay, get through. All right, so she heads through, and you arrive back in Halora's study.
Dream one, right?
Yes, dream.
Okay,
one.
great. Great news.
Yes.
Talk to Kindri. I feel like we can really solve your Limeric problem. After talking to her, I think it's just a big miscommunication between her and him. I think we can get him off your hands pretty easy.
Wonderful. I will have the caretaker escort him out of the cloakroom. He will be waiting for you when you awake.
Wonderful. Thank you.
And how'd it go on your end?
I have done some digging, but I am not sure what I could offer. My skills with chronomancy are still untested in a large sense. I am able to turn back time. There is a spell, the Sphere of Aegis. It allows one to turn back time on a very specific small area. I was able to amplify it using Illyrian amplifiers, but it is still difficult and dangerous, and a process I have to monitor every day to maintain the sphere's integrity. There are some other effects I am aware of as far as extending life, or rather slowing the effects of time on oneself, and a very powerful spell can send one person ahead for 24 hours. But I'm not sure that it is something within your capabilities, as powerful as you may be.
That's interesting. Because if we had... I'm not saying that we do this by any means. I am simply just throwing ideas at the wall. If we could see what would happen before, after, or after. That is dangerous game, though.
Well, I mean, maybe you can't help us directly, but it seems like our options are becoming more and more limited, that it might end up us having to take on the matron ourselves, in which case access to the armory might be the one option that could turn the tide.
I did find one more
speak.
thing.
Oh, okay.
And then we will speak of the armory. Something about the equinox. In my research, I believe it is a time when the upper plane in which Pelor resides, Eternus, is closest to the material plane. So as the keeper of time, I believe this is why it is a significant day for Aegis. But that is just an educated guess. As for the Matron of Vengeance, perhaps she wishes to penetrate into that plane, or perhaps lure him onto the material plane.
That would be my guess. Reenact, if she has a blade. If she has the blade. Perhaps she wishes to kill him. With the same blade that killed her.
Perhaps.
I wonder if Kato is essentially bait. Bring his chosen on his day.
Know.
Call him out. Halora.
Yes?
How much does your Inquisitor know?
I forgot about that guy, the Forgotten.
How deep does his knowledge go?
I do not know. It is not something I have been willing to plumb the depths of. You may speak with him if you desire, but know that you are playing with fire.
You say this from experience?
Yes.
What does he do?
Exactly what he says. He offers you a secret. Something you desire to know.
And the price?
The burden of knowledge. Sometimes a secret is a secret for a reason. Sometimes that secret carries with it a great amount of power that can corrupt. But I have been able to ask him questions on only several occasions, and I am all right. It is possible. But you know that he is a vessel for Vecna, whom he calls the Whispered One. So, that is yours to decide.
I mean,
If you wish to speak with him, I'll have the caretaker escort you there.
I think, as unfortunate as our options are, that's one of the less unfortunate one at this time.
Have you ever been able to speak to Aegis, other than when he arrives?
No.
Are you able to send to him?
I have tried and never been successful. I believe partly because his body is in flux within the time stream, that the image I have in my head when I cast sending is not necessarily the Aegis that I'm sending to.
Oh, fresh.
When someone or something is sent back in time with the orb, do they have to remain in the orb once they've been sent back?
The citizens of Telekov can leave, but the way they experience time outside of the sphere is different. Some of them will journey down to the southern part of Garyang for trade missions and things. And they're able to do it, but for them, they experience the journey as taking years as opposed to days or weeks.
Halora, what happened in Telekov?
I don't know. But the devastation was horrific.
What did you see?
Death. Horrible death.
Well, I was recently told that you spent too much time in the dream space and time gets a little crazy.
Yes.
So I think we probably best be on our way. We're gonna head over we're gonna talk to Limeric, gonna head to Forgotten. If you want, just tell the caretaker to leave the keys to the armory. We can pass by that on the way out. And we'll let you know how it goes.
I will have the caretaker bring everything. I'll show you what is there. And she kind of brings down like what looks like a cabinet kind of comes out of the, like, you see it kind of like looks like a book, and then as it comes out, it extends into the full cabinet, and then like kind of folds out into the two as they open up. And she kind of points to everything.
Is our amulet in there?
Yes. I will have the caretaker bring them over. But know that everything is marked with my symbol. So if you intend on wielding it against me, I will relieve you of the item quite quickly.
I want to learn that. That sounds great. How do I learn that spell? I love that.
It is for another day. I will teach you.
Okay. Yeah. No. Now's not the time.
Have you put your symbol on the amulet?
Of course. It came into my possession. But I understand it is yours. I can see you're displeased with this.
No,
I can remove the symbol if you wish.
the only thing, Halora, that amulet has some sentimentality for me. The day we got it, we lost a dear friend.
Very well.
So you can imagine my sense of importance of regaining it.
I will have the caretaker remove the symbol.
Thank you.
She
I
kind of
appreciate it.
Brings it over. So you see in the 2 cabinets, she kind of lists off what is there. You see there is a book. This is the Plain Caller's Codex. It is a special spell book. It was given to me as a gift. I have taken what knowledge I can from it, but you are welcome to use it. There are some spells that exist within it.
Is this we can have one, or if we want we can take situation?
Yes, you may have everything if you wish.
Yes, thank you.
She then
Tim, I have a
she
question. If I try to wake up, do I wake up?
do you want to try to wake up?
Kelly would love to try and wake up. Yes.
Yeah, you actually make a Constitution saving throw for me.
21.
21. Yeah, you open your eyes. You're kind of a little bit groggy, but you open your eyes.
I'm gonna hang out with Zach.
Okay. At the moment, it's just all your friends in the room. There's nobody's
not there?
arrived yet. Pardon?
Clack?
Not
Isn't
yet.
there?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, Clack is there.
Okay. I'm just gonna hang out with Clack.
Oh, hey. Oh, sorry. I almost dozed off. I was a little sleepy and you guys all look so cozy. But I'm good.
So back in the dream world, she pulls out a black silk handkerchief, and she kind of unfolds it and sort of unfurls it, and you see as she unfolds it and kind of tosses it a bit. You see it's a circular black fabric. This is a portable hole.
Oh.
I don't know if you have any use for it. I don't really anymore.
I think we can find a use for that. Thank you very much. And I put it in my little
Son of a gun.
breast pocket.
Sean, the look of pure joy on your face.
I told you
It's
it
a
existed.
pit that comes with you. Now anybody can be pushed into a pit, regardless of where they're standing. They think, "Hey, I'm on this flat plane. I'm surrounded by grass. Surprise! There's a pit behind you. You didn't see that coming because I put it there." Oh, you can
bonus
prank your
action,
friends.
too.
They're asleep, and you can make them asleep in a pit. You can.
Oh, no, it is an action. It's an action. It looks like.
fuck.
Anyways, I'll send it to you. I'll send all the stuff.
We'll get to that later.
But to Clack.
Then
Yeah.
She takes out a little token.
Sorry.
Yep.
Did we notice that Callie disappeared?
Yeah, you do notice as as you're kind of standing there,
Where-
Kelly disappears.
Halora, where did Calliope go?
I assume she woke up. She must have made herself wake up.
Well, I'm sure you guys have this. I'm going to try to wake up as well.
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw.
20.
20. Yeah, you open your eyes. If any of you wish to go, I can wake you up if you.
No. This is good. This is good. Keep doing what you're doing.
She pulls out a little token with a tree on it. It's like a little wooden token with a tree on it. It is a Qualls tree token. You see, she pulls out.
Sounds great.
What looks like the hilt of a sword, and you can see there is the cog of Arathis kind of at the center, and she kind of holds it and she extends it out, and like before she kind of fully reaches out, she sort of hesitates a bit. This belonged to someone very dear to me.
Etcha?
Yes.
I assumed from the cog.
We might have something for you. We've got a couple pieces of a sword. We found them nearby. I reach into my dream pocket and think about it real hard and produce it.
We don't have that on us. It's in the bag of holding.
I have it in my brain and I produce it. I'm just gonna take a try to like materialize things in a dream plane because
as you're kind of saying that, she goes, "No, this sword works a bit differently." And you see she kind of focuses, and you see like a beam of light emits from it in the shape of a sword. It is the Sunblade. Please treasure it. And if you do not wish to use it, that is all right. But I would ask that you return it to me.
absolutely. I think
The High Priest of Arathis walks with us. It will be in good hands.
She then pulls out
Tim, I have to ask, does it create like a low hum when you hold it? And when you move it, does it make a vroom? Yeah, like when you push it, just like make a like a and then
yeah, absolutely. She then pulls out a small...
it has to have like advantage on cutting off hands. Tim, I guess
He already killed his dad. So.
We'll discover it at the table. Oh my god.
She then pulls out a small copper cube. This is a thermal cube. It's fairly simple in design, but it will keep you warm, especially around here.
Thank you.
Just one of you, though. I only have one.
It's amazing. That's perfect. Callie
then
didn't bring a coat.
She pulls out a what looks like a metal jug, and she kind of, as she holds it out, you can see inside there. It looks like what is like molten bronze. This is a type of armor. You can pour it on yourself, and it forms a half plate that adheres to your skin.
All right.
Very cool. Does it come off after you pour it on you?
Yes, you were able to take it off. Yes.
That's great.
And then she pulls out a helmet. This is the Helm of Underwater action. It allows you to move more freely underwater, as well as breathe underwater, I believe.
Clark's gonna love that.
Takes your talisman, and of course,
thank you.
This is yours.
Thank you very much.
And one more thing. And she reaches down and grabs something from the bottom. You see sorry, I'm just trying to find the picture of it because this, I believe, is from our good friend, Dungeon Scribe. If I can find it now. This is I will find it later, but it's the Gravekeeper's Maul. So she kind of pulls out a maul. It's pretty intimidating looking. I wish I had the picture ready, but that was my mistake. But I will pull it up and send it to you later. But she pulls that out as well.
Halora, these are... Thank you.
I feel like this is... I'm so reticent not to take everything, but I feel like we're getting greedy because I've got a hammer. Kokanee's got a sword. Callie's got a sword that she... You know what? We'll take it.
You can see the maul is like a staff that has almost like... It's pretty hefty. You can see it almost looks like it has a grave stone as the like head of it. I'm going to send it to our Instagram group chat. There we go.
Excuse me, internet, as I look at this real quick.
Wow. That's so cool.
Y'all at home, check out Dungeon Scribe. He's awesome. And this is one of his items called the Gravekeeper's Maul. I'm sure we'll throw it up on a link to it on our Instagram at some point.
So cool.
Halora, where do you get all these things?
Some things I have acquired over the years from my travels. Some I have found. There are a number of shipwrecks in the sound of Koretsu, but it is dangerous waters.
Yeah, we took care of that big bad whale. Great news.
Ah, that is good.
Fuck, we forgot to ask, what's with that furry dragon?
Ah, yes. Another resident of this place, an ancient one. He is interesting, a hermit of sorts. I have only spoken with him a few times. I've had him over for tea. He is quite knowledgeable, but prefers solitude. His name is Oris.
Oris. All right.
Oris, not Boris.
Oris. Oris.
Yes.
Halora, you have been. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, also, there are a number of I like curio shops. There is a man named Tood in Ishion who I quite enjoy perusing his shop, as well as a man named Adonis who was in Svelen, who has a number of interesting things at times, although very exhausting to be around.
We're well familiar with Adonis.
Have you seen him? I haven't seen him since his shop closed in Svelen.
Oh, yeah, Neppy saw him in her dreams recently.
I've had a lot of people come visit me in my dreams recently. Are you worried about him?
No, I just don't know where his shop is anymore.
He moved to
It's
Wulfrene.
Wulfrene.
Ah, good to know.
Which
And while you're there, make sure you stop by the Blackwater Bar and Grill. Get yourself some scrambled eggs. Let them know you're a friend of the party. We'll gorge and they'll take care of you. It's gonna be great.
Halora, you have been so generous with us, giving us these things to use. I have to ask, we stumbled through what looked like an attic with some items in there that
Yes.
seemed unknown to you.
Yes. Some known, but I haven't fully discovered their purposes or how to use them.
Halora, items, our amulet, right? Our amulet's important to us because it reminds us of our friend, and the sword is important to you because it reminds you of your friend. Sometimes items aren't meant to be used by some people. Sometimes they're not ours to use. I know your work is very important, but I'd ask you not to forget that along the way, that some items belong to the people who they originated from.
Yes, I would agree with that. And she kind of looks over at you, Nepentha. And she looks at your amulet.
I take it off. And I put it down on the table. This was Aegis's.
Yes, I know. But if you found it on his dead body, it is yours.
That is not necessarily how it works.
But sometimes it is.
To be frank with you, Halora, I am terrified of taking this thing off. Its attachment to the Raven Queen, the matron. It has kept me alive more than once. I am, frankly, I should take it off. But I can't bring myself to do it.
Nor do you have to. If you found it on the dead body of Aegis, he had no use for it. The item should continue to live. The things I have in my possession are things I have found, things I have bought, or things that have been gifted to me. I'm not in the habit of stealing. But as you all can tell, I'm sure, and have experienced this yourself, as she looks at your various items, sometimes you come across things on dead bodies.
I'm going to take the amulet off, at least symbolically, because I know it's on my body.
Mhm.
The Nautilus shell that you keep in your attic. There is something very important about that to me.
Very well. I will admit it is something of a mystery to me, and I am loath to part with it. I hate an unsolved mystery.
Perhaps we could use your help on that too. Once these goddess granting 24 hours are complete.
Very well.
Yeah. You know about mind flayers? You know about the
course.
wormies? Yeah.
Yes.
We're tied up in that too. Tell you what, if we can, I assume you've got some sort of protection on this place. We can teleport back here and we can all have a sit down and talk about it. Later in the week, if we're all alive.
Send to me before you arrive,
Great,
and I will allow you through.
and we can go all over that show. Talk about it or what?
Of
Yeah,
course.
great.
I'd be fascinated to hear what you've learned about it. It has eluded me for some time.
Halora, would you like his amulet back?
No.
All right.
If I wanted it back, Aegis would have told me to take it back. The last time I saw him. He knew where he died. I believe that perhaps he knew whose hands it would fall into.
I know where Aegis is buried.
Where is that?
The airplane in Siral.
Ah.
He is in the hanging catacombs in the Temple of the Winged Serpent. If you speak to Chi, High Priestess, she will show you where.
Very well. Thank you.
Please tell her hello from me.
I will.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Good luck on your journey.
If there is anything else that comes to you regarding the next day, please don't hesitate to let us know.
Very well. If you make it through the day, I will be in the tower with Aegis tomorrow. You're welcome to stop by.
I would like that. Thank you.
She kind of waves her hands and you all wake up.
I'd like to have talked to Callie when I woke up.
Yep. Before you guys wake up. Yep.
Headphones out? Yeah. I'll make you headphone out. No one else is doing a headphone out? Okay.
Did you want
I'll
our
keep it in.
headphones off, you guys?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay.
Are you all right?
Oh, yeah. I just don't wish to wield anything from Halora. I know that she's hurt. She's horrible things, has seen horrible things. But I believe she is twisted. I don't wish to work with that woman. I don't agree with what she's done. And I don't mind if you guys work with her or use the things that she gives us. But she makes me a little bit sick.
I reach a hand out. Can I take your hand?
Yeah.
I sort of place my hand out open. I'll place my other hand on top of yours. Thank you for telling me. I understand. And I appreciate. I believe that I, like at least a few of the rest of the party, intend to likely use her help. But please let me know if at any point you want to go.
Of course. I'm fine with you guys asking for her help. I just won't be.
That's very fine.
The rest of you kind of wake up. You see the caretaker has brought in a kind of like wrapped in a cloth the items and kind of lays them all out. Here you are, and kind of like lays them out on the bed. I will return with Master Limeric. Kind of heads out.
Okay, I think you're gonna like this. And I hand him the lightsaber.
This was Etch's. Halora is very fond of it, and I mentioned that it would likely be safe with the High Priest of Arethis.
It's like pretty cool.
It's ancient. It's beautiful.
It is a relic of Arethis. It is beautiful. Tim,
Is it a... Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Matt. You go ahead.
Tim, does it feel like it might be a dex-based weapon?
Yes, it can be wielded as a finesse weapon.
So cool, Tim. You're so cool.
Yes, I believe so.
Cool DM.
Don't look it up. You just made a decision. Stick to it. Stick to your guns.
Yeah.
You're cool.
If I'm wrong, I'll still
Hey.
say it's a finesse weapon, but I am curious now because I'm pretty
Cool,
sure it's a
Cool.
finesse. Yeah, it has the finesse property. It's a long sword.
Very
So
cool.
Because
I'm
I'd
just-
still be swinging it around, but I'd just be doing it with 8 strength. So
Clunk, clunk.
So we're just gonna put it on the table that Kokanee, who is part machine, who killed his dad, is wielding a lightsaber. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
General Grievous now?
So before Limerick gets here, he will likely be as so valid and very, very, of course, he won't want to leave. So we'll tell him what Kindri told us.
Yeah.
In the moments before Limerick gets here, I know that Halora said that she has had difficulty sending to Aegis, that she can't get through to him. I feel like I should try. If
It's
not,
your spell slot.
If not, it's...
Don't anybody else get up.
I mean, I would be remiss if I didn't just try that avenue before I go speak. One of us speaks, if we choose to the Inquisitor. I would rather speak to Aegis than the Inquisitor.
Okay. Yeah. Do you think?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna hold Aegis's I'm gonna hold the amulet. Can I borrow your sword, the one that was Aegis's, the lightning one? And does Callie still carry the cloak, or was that Finnan who had the cloak?
I carry the cloak, I think.
May I just hold it? Anything that was his. I don't know who
Yes,
else
that'd be-
has everything. So we'll just take any of the items that were Aegis's and try and kind of use them as part of the focus, I suppose. Not that it really works that way. Hello, Aegis. Though I don't know where or when you are, I can imagine you know of our plight. Anything would be most greatly appreciated. That's it.
You wait for a response, but none comes.
Okay.
Can I? Can I?
No,
talk
you
with-
go, you go, you go.
Can I talk with Callie very quickly while Nepentha's sending?
Mhm.
I go up to her and go, come here, and get her to bring her head down to mine. Are you okay? Can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Insight check, and I'm not rolling. That's Yana's like looking at her and saying, insight check. You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. Let me know if that changes.
I will.
That's all.
Game plan. I say we want to go back to Wulfrene. We want to talk to the Sunspeaker. Let's just come clean. Be like, here's the situation. We've been asked by the Matron of Vengeance to deliver. We bring Kato in on this. You know, we don't want to talk about him with him not being in the room. We get them all together. We say, the Matron of Vengeance is probably gunning for Pelor, and you're involved in it. Come with us to Manta, and we'll all stop it from happening. You know, we start talking to them, and then we take from there. That's my pitch.
I think speaking to the Sunspeaker is of the utmost. He will maybe not have any sense of what to do, but he's the hand of Pelor, and he is Kato's father.
We all agree that's the next step.
Do we talk to Mr. Secrets first?
Oh, 100%. I'm saying once we're done at the tower,
Well,
we
why
pop
don't we
over to Wulfrene.
why don't we do that and then
I
talk
think
about
we're
it
waiting for
afterwards?
Limeric.
No, I mean, like, why don't we make our plan after that? Because
Oh,
that
you're
information
right.
might really
Good call,
change what
good
we're doing.
call. You're right. You're so smart. That's why you got
Right.
lightsabers. What is it
Shows you-
called? The Sunbreaker?
The
Sun-
Sunspeaker.
Sunspeaker. His
Sunspeaker.
name
Wait,
is
the sword and the guy are called the Sunspeaker?
the blade that Kokanee
This is the
has is the
Sunblade.
Sunblade.
The Sunblade and the man is the Sunspeaker. Got
Yeah,
it.
it's the
We're there.
Sunspeaker.
Thank you. Sunblade.
So as you're finishing up, you see the caretaker brings in Limeric, who's looking a little worse for wear, but not as rough shape. Here is Master Limeric, as you see, kind of.
Hey!
Hi.
So what's the plan?
So I have good news and other good news. We spoke to Kindri, and she's not ready to leave yet. She told you, and just so you know, she said she'd love to meet you by the waterfall. She says your love is true, and that she wants you to see the world, and you can visit in your dream. She'll come to you. And you know, when she's ready to go, and by the way, I put in some legwork. I think safety's an important thing, but I've got a secret coming up that I think she's gonna really like. But yeah, we talked to Halora. You can just walk out and explore the world, and we're probably even gonna head to Wulfrene over here, so you don't even have to worry about getting nabbed by giants on the way out.
Okay. You can see like tears in his eyes kind of rolling down. He kind of
Limeric.
hangs his head.
What's the cloakroom?
It's just an empty room. It's very
And-
quiet.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
I'm sorry anyways.
Let's just finish up and get out of here.
Limeric.
Yeah?
I offered Kindri a safe place at my home when she's ready. And I know that if I was in the situation you were in and someone told me that I had to leave Kamea sleeping in a dream world and go discover the world on my own, that I would not go. I would sit and I would wait.
It's not what she wants.
She feels she has a duty to Halora. So I'm holding out hope for you that once she feels her duty is repaid, that she will come find you. But I also believe that this is not the place for you.
Yeah. And I'll see her tonight.
Yeah.
We're gonna go talk to that scary dude in the attic.
I'm gonna take a bath while you do that.
Okay, cool.
And the caretaker kind of like ushers Limeric over, like kind of he knows his way around.
Can I pull aside the caretaker?
Mhm.
No.
You kind of grab his arm, and you feel like as you grab his arm, the rest of his body continues forward, and then like gets to a point, and then sort of like, yes.
Now, when we were speaking before, Mr. Caretaker, you spoke of your own sentience, your own will.
Yes.
You realize what solitary confinement does to a person.
Punishes them.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you have a problem with that?
No. A punishment should be a punishment, or else it would not be an effective punishment.
There are more effective ways to get someone to change their behavior than punishment.
Very well.
Cutting someone off from everything that makes them who they are is not an effective way.
He is leaving. No?
Do you consider yourself a person of knowledge?
I don't know what you mean.
Do you like to learn?
I suppose. I like duty. I like routine. I would not say I'm in for the pursuit of knowledge. I live to serve.
And what do you serve out of? Why do you do it?
Out of gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
To Halora?
Mistress, yes, she gave me the gift of life.
And some would express gratitude as a form of love, right?
I suppose.
Do you think that's how Limeric feels? Or do you think it's more of a fear relationship?
With Mistress Halora?
Hmm.
I do not know their relationship. That is their own business.
I don't either. But in my experience, punishment and isolation are usually based around fear. And in my experience, love is a little bit more powerful than fear. So I don't know that I would go right towards the punishment. It might be effective, as you say, but the effects, I guess, are different.
Very well.
For thought, perhaps.
Yes.
Thank you for your time.
Do you wish to see the Inquisitor?
Mhm.
Follow me.
As we go, I walk up to Yana and say, "Hey, Yana, good speech. Hey, where's Ted?"
In a loving
Just curious.
in a loving space. Letters.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to trust you on that one.
You see is he takes you through the other, you see around the corner through another door that you didn't see before. Limeric also went through that door that leads back into the testing grounds as you find yourself kind of in the large kind of sand chamber.
As we're going through this chamber, I
Mhm.
point in the middle of it. Where does that portal lead, caretaker?
That leads to oh, that leads which door are you pointing to?
I point first to the one in the center of where we saw the devil come out.
Oh, that door is gone.
Oh.
The door that you came through is the stone door that you saw from the other side where the keyhole appeared.
Oh.
The door in the center, but as you kind of gesture to it, that door leads to the servants' quarters.
How many more servants are there?
Oh, well, since you brought that talisman here, quite a few more. It is, they are brought through randomly as a way of testing whatever we have. It's best not to know the outcome of what's coming through the gate. But there is a guest book.
Wh-
Can I see the guest book?
You would have to activate the door. And then we would have to deal with whatever came through and then go through the door.
Let's not. We're on a time crunch. I'm so curious about this guest book as well.
So
But we
Tim, I'm
gotta-
gonna just make sure that I'm understanding correctly what is happening.
Mhm.
Press the button.
Mhm.
She's used the Chaos Talisman to open a portal. Something is pushed through. And she has essentially put that into servitude. Whatever being comes through.
Whatever comes through then they use it for combat purposes. But you don't know that it's just the Chaos Talisman. He's said that she's used that on top of whatever was already being used. So you don't know exactly how many options there are of things that can get pulled through.
Yuck.
Mm-hmm. Big ol' yuck. All right. And Limeric is in the bath?
Yes. We'll go by him on our way to the Inquisitor.
Ah.
He kind of comes over. He waves his hand over top of where the ball is that's kind of got the reddish stain. And you see that door kind of appears once again. And you head through and you see Limeric is sitting in the kind of pink white water now, kind of resting. And you can see like his face is like partly of where it's swollen kind of like is receded, and he's looking much more well rested as he's kind of sitting there. I'll catch up with you after. And then the caretaker goes to the other door. Please do not cross the lines.
Okay, yeah.
And he leads you through once again into the Inquisitor's conservatory. And you see that same chained figure up on the wall.
Now, I just want to say,
Came back.
before we learn any secrets, Halora did tell us that there is a weight of secrets. I think anyone who doesn't want the weight of those secrets, I think, is allowed to wait in the bath with Limeric. Okay, looks like we're all in for it.
I'm going to go wait in the bath with Limeric.
Okay. So, as you are preparing to ask your questions, that's where we're going to take a break.
Think of a good one.
While you folks are on break, we will take a tight 10. Come and join our Discord. Go get involved in the Gravelies. Come hang out with us over there. And then when we get streaming, come on back in here and come watch us. We will be back soon. See you soon, folks. Bye.
Bye.
Hey folks, Emma here. So, do you experience lore panic? You know, that deep, dark, sinking feeling that your DM or campaign notes are missing and disorganized? That you've forgotten an important plot point and it's going to send your life into a swirling void of angst and regret? Well, if you're like me, then you'll be happy to know that Blackwater is here to help. Yes, you, little lore keeper. We're really proud to announce our partnership with Silverwing Armory. Silverwing Armory is a Canadian company that specializes in gaming goodies, RPG resources, and nerdy necessities to help plan your campaign. My personal favorite are their campaign notebooks. Each of these beautifully designed books is handmade and crafted, showcasing original designs by the creator herself. There's enough that they'll match perfectly with wherever and whenever your game is set. They're also fully customizable with different types of paper, dotted, lined, or graph, whatever works best for you. Finally, they're system agnostic, so no matter what game you run, from D&D to Call of Cthulhu, your lore is kept safe and organized however you like it. Head on over to their Instagram and website at Silverwing Armory and use our promo code Blackwater for 10% off at checkout. It supports this amazing Canadian business and helps support our stream and the story we keep telling week after week. So you get less of this and more of this. Silverwing Armory, for the lore keeper and all of us. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Hi guys, it's me, Adam, and I'm here to talk to you about the sponsor for tonight's episode, Legendcraft. Legendcraft is a Canadian woodworking company that makes D&D and tabletop gaming tables and accessories. They are a couple of passionate crafters that create items that will instantly become a highlight of any tabletop or RPG player's game night. An absolute favourite of mine is the Mountain King board gaming table. This table is bonkers cool, looking like it is straight out of a Dwarven King's Hall. It's really unlike anything I've ever seen. We feel really good about endorsing this Canadian business that brings so much passion into something we care so deeply about. So head over to their Instagram at legendcraft.ca to have a look at what they're making and let them know that Blackwater sent you. And if any of you fall in love with any of their amazing products, you can go to their website and use the promo code Blackwater for 5% off. It supports a Canadian business and also helps support our stream in this crazy D&D game we love. Thanks, and enjoy the rest of the show.
And we're back, and Tim's not here.
Oh my
Guys,
God,
we can
I'm sorry,
talk about
secrets.
so many secrets now. Guys, Tim's not here. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? He's gone.
What secrets? I don't know what secret. Okay, let's just do a real quick thing. What secrets do we as a party collectively know? Because we must know some crazy secrets. Who else knows that Cora was a mind flayer? That's got to be a secret. Is that public knowledge?
We also don't know she's a mind flayer.
Oh,
We have no proof that she's a
Cora
mind flayer.
associates with mind flayers at the very
We could
least.
ask if she was.
My question is, like, how big a secret is required to get the secret we're looking for? Like, is it 1-to-1 or is it any secret for any secret?
I think
I'm
it's
sure
the
we're
level
about
of the
to find
secret
out.
shared is the level of the secret given.
Also,
you're back,
let's not,
Tim.
let's not forget that he is a
He's back.
vessel.
He's back.
To
Pretend
Mi-
like we
to
were being
Mr.
good.
Whispers. He's a vessel to Mr. Whispers.
Yes.
So whatever we tell to him, Mr. Whispers.
I would like
know.
I would like to say, now that we're not hardcore into the thing yet, when someone said Mr. Whispers, I was like, the lesser known character from the Mr. Happy series. Thank you for letting me drop that joke.
Well done. Nobody bought that book because you had to get rid of your hand and your eye to read it. Like,
Well, I
that's-
googled that. Mr. Whispers doesn't exist.
Mr. Whisper. That's our ASMR channel, guys. Mr. Whisper. I am Mr. Whisper.
I'm gonna go get that Instagram
Oh,
now.
I know. There's no way Mr. Whispers doesn't already exist as an ASMR channel.
Oh, must.
Because if it doesn't, I
Hey.
feel like I have to, like,
You
it's our
have to at least
obligation.
claim the title.
I
Yes.
googled Mr. Whispers
Nothing
And
came out.
while we were.
Mr. Sean, get on Instagram. It's not taken.
you're joking.
I can't
Oh,
find
no.
it. I can't
This
find
is such
it.
a burden of responsibility.
Oh, I'm getting like real like Mr. World vibes from American Gods. Like not
Like,
Mr. Whisper ASMR exists on Twitter.
Okay, thank God.
I
Thank
make
God.
I make ASMR videos on YouTube.
I was gonna say, how do you do ASMR over Twitter? Like I don't.
Really tiny
Bitch,
fonts. Really tiny fonts.
Like, hey, let's play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Are we nervous?
No, it's fine. It's
Not at
fine.
all.
Are we live?
It's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we're
still
super
live.
live.
We're live.
We were just given 12 magic items. I am exuberant. I'm like, yo, what's up, dude? You want a fresca? Like, I'm feeling like, let's make friends with this guy.
Okay, go ahead, Tim. All yours.
Are we live? Have we
Yeah,
been live this whole
we've
time?
been live
Yeah.
this whole
Whole
time.
time.
That's so funny. Oh man, Mr. Whispers. Put in the chat how many Mr. Whisper videos you want. I didn't know we were live. Thanks for the heads up, y'all.
I said we were live when you came back.
No, didn't hear that.
Roll it
Didn't hear
back.
that.
Roll back the clip it.
Whispering into the mic.
We'll
Replay.
review it in Chatwater. We'll review it in Chatwater, whether or not.
We'll get
Cody,
there.
roll that
we
break
should
video.
tell you.
What if he
so-
did? That'd be so funny.
Honestly, such a move.
And we're out.
So you see the figure chained up to the wall as you watch the caretaker kind of drifts back towards the kind of back part of the chamber near the foyer door. What do you want?
I just have a question.
Mhm.
Is Clack still in this room? Did he stay?
Yeah, no, Clack's with you.
No.
I feel like before we get started with any secret sharing, I think we could probably use a little bit of clarification about how this works. We have, I imagine, and I look at Neppy and Kokanee, specific things that we want to know. And do we ask it? And then you're like, give me a secret. And we give you one. And you're like, no, a better one. Or like, how...
Tell me what you wish to know, and give me a secret you believe to be worthy.
Okay, that's
and
fair.
I will answer accordingly.
Cool.
Would these be potentially things we discuss not in this room? What we are willing to say and what we are not willing to say?
Unless it's been more than an hour, we can say whatever we want in this room.
You were out for about an hour in the dream world.
Peen. All right, give me 10 minutes. We're gonna want it. This is 10 minutes we can take. And
okay.
I'm
Did you
gonna
cast the spell in the room?
Hell no. I'm gonna go back and cast it in the bag.
All right.
Oh, hey guys, that was fast.
Are you sure you won't be able to hear our thoughts? Even
Not
if you cast the spell?
really. Here, while I cast it, you guys talk. It'll take 10 minutes anyways. Synergize.
What information are we willing to share with the Inquisitor? Because we should put nothing on the table. Do we even have secrets?
Well, what do we need to know?
He may know what the matron is planning. That would be my first question, which is a big ask, so it would require a big secret.
I mean, off the top, we got secrets. As far as I can tell, no one knows that we are responsible for, like, the whole murder down at Bacall. I think that's one that we've been keeping pretty close to our chests, unless I'm wrong.
I'm responsible for that.
I mean, we're all in that together at this point. But like, that hasn't been. I haven't been telling anybody about that, and I reckon none of us have either. So that's a secret. That's pretty sizable. The Cora business, we know about that. We know about the practices of the Selkara Mining Company, which apparently not enough people know about. That's a pretty small one, but still.
Forge.
We know about the fucking Forge. That one does not
No.
go to him.
No, absolutely not. No, we're not jeopardizing Magrin or that place at all. Mish, do you have any secrets, buddy?
The fucking badger is back.
It never left.
He's such a strange creature.
The best part is when I do this, he's purring.
Aww.
He loves you so. Rogue.
It's your boyfriend. Rogue, it's your boyfriend.
Oh yeah. Look, it's your girlfriend.
Star-crossed lovers.
Guys, we're so nervous. We're so nervous.
Oh.
Okay, enough cat time.
Do we need any information other than what is the Raven, the Matron of Vengeance doing?
What does the Matron of Vengeance plan to do in the courtyard at Manta regarding Pelor?
I think we want to be careful.
Very careful. Yeah.
Because like if we're wrong about that, like that, maybe it's not about Pelor for some reason, and then we give a secret, and then his answer's like, oh, he wants nothing to do with that, and then that's like all we get.
Yes.
Maybe like, why does he want the boy?
Why does she want?
Why does she want the boy?
We ask. He said it was our greatest desires. Does he just know? Do we give him a secret and he gives us what he thinks?
We ask a question. We give a secret we feel is equivalent, and he will give us the secret that is equivalent to what we have given in his eyes.
We know at least one location to the access to the study. Just I'm not saying we give that over, but that's in our pocket.
We also know that, I mean, we know the location of 2 of the 3 seals pretty exactly. And we have a vague idea of where the 3rd one is.
Okay, so we got secrets. I think we got plenty. Let's talk about what are we going to ask him? What is the Matron of Vengeance's plan
With Kato.
with Kato?
Why does the Matron of Vengeance need Kato Halskani?
Great.
It's specific, it's short enough. It is something that it does not implicate potentially more.
Do we have any follow-ups, or we sort of take it one thing at a time?
I would like. I mean, if he knows, I would like to know what would happen to us if we failed or we did not do it.
Yes. I think that's a very reasonable question, Kelly.
Okay, and I start casting my thing.
Is there anything else we wish to know? Anything? This is Dark Bargains.
I don't mind if you go in there, but I'm not. I'll be staying here.
You don't have to, Yana. I appreciate you setting your boundary.
I've seen what too much knowledge does to somebody. I don't want to end up like Halora.
I, as secrets go, am comfortable if we have to give something that is quite large, sharing that I carry one of the seals and its location. It seems to me like if we are giving something that is genuinely valuable, then whatever is being given to Vecna is not going to be good. But at least this puts it on one of us. And we're not, like with the forge, we can't put it on Magrin.
No.
It doesn't seem like there are many excellent things to give, but at least that one's not. It's on us.
I would be comfortable sharing the same. Not comfortable, but I can also share that of mine as well. That is, though, that is 2/3. There are 3 seals holding the Chained Oblivion. We would be giving Vecna knowledge to 2 of the 3, if he wished to do anything with Tharizdun. So perhaps we start with 1. Do we wish to give him the knowledge that we made the deal with the Matron of Vengeance that caused? All right. All right. That will buy us 2. Perhaps.
Maybe 3.
Maybe 3.
Secrets that I can share. Or the ones that I can. I don't think they're as great as they need to be. I'm going into that room so that the knowledge that is given isn't given alone. I'd like to share the burden.
Thank you.
Maybe if Halora had had somebody to share that knowledge with, she wouldn't have ended up this way.
Yes.
While Letters is casting, I am just going to go over and I am going to put my hand out to Callie. I'm not going to just grab it. I'm just going to put my hand out to her.
Grab your hand.
And I'm going to put a first level cure wounds into her. I know it's not needed, but that's 8 hit points.
I'm gonna lean over to Cody's character. Seems like the Pentha's really coming from my brand here.
And time.
Pretty useful.
Also, we know that the Minotaur were only made over to the Scar because of Kokanee's dad. I don't think a lot of people know about that. That's a fun one.
Slavery.
Yep. But I think it's pretty little known.
Also, I'm not willing to share anything about the Legatus Empire. I'm not willing to share anything about the Mandolin or the multiverse.
We know we could share. We got rid of part of the Baron's armor, and we know where that is, where we left it.
Well, we know where we put it in.
We know where we put it in.
That is a good one, actually.
I feel like this is silly. No, I'm not even gonna say it. Don't even ask what it was. I'm not
now
trying to
I'm
bait
curious.
you. No, see, I know you would. It's not even worth asking. Let's just go in and talk to the weird secret keeper. All right.
Dude, what was it? What were you gonna say?
Look, it's not even about. It's not one of my secrets because then I'd say it. I can't. It'd be rude. No, it's okay. Look, I didn't want to say it. You're pressing me.
I'm not pressing you.
You're pressing. You are pressing. All I was gonna say is just by virtue of Callie's position and people of states, their secrets are more valuable. Just be like, here's some stuff we know about the Queen. Just like there's some stuff that probably that like favorite song. Like what she looks like when she wakes up with, in the morning, which I guess would be it's valuable. Look, this is why I didn't want to say. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
she's a valuable
probably a good
person.
idea.
It's a weird thing. It's probably not worth it, but maybe he has a crush. I don't know.
One last thing is we need a code word that if any one of us activate it at any time, we're out. Because I think that there will be a threshold that...
Plane shift.
If someone says plane shift, we leave.
Yeah, work it into a sentence.
Right. Because... No, yeah, go ahead.
I think I can go in as long as everybody promises to kill me before I turn into a lich or a sad, lonely wizard.
We're never going to let you turn into a lonely wizard for sure.
Heal.
And if you're sad, we will cheer you up.
What if you become a cool lich?
I could never let you become a lich, Yana.
Okay. I feel like you haven't given it a fair shake, but we can, we can create that boundary for now, but I think we can revisit it later.
I just think Kokanee made it. I still get scared sometimes because I was alone for a really long time, but I'm not anymore. And I know that you wouldn't. Someone like that.
No. I don't think any of us. We have all had to make difficult, dangerous, and awful decisions. And I know I never ever want to feel like I felt when I was alone standing in front of the Matron of Vengeance. Again, I never want to feel like that ever again. So we do this together.
Mm-hmm.
And if one of us calls plane shift, we leave. We just go. You don't, and there is no justification for it. We will not press you on why. We just go. All right?
Okay.
All right. Limeric's been in the room the whole time that we've been doing this.
Yeah. Yeah, just kind of hands up on the tub. I can come too, but
No.
just wait.
I did incorporate you as part of the spell, so if you need anything, it works through barriers. Just
Oh,
let us
so
know.
Limeric, I know it goes without saying, but you are welcome at Blackwater Keep for as long as you wish.
Thank you.
And I would like to introduce you to somebody.
Kato, you're gonna love this guy.
No, another changeling.
Yeah.
There is someone I know named Seven. They live in, well, I don't know where they live, actually, but they have had a not the same past, but one that I think you would find some kinship with. They're a wonderful person. They helped us out in a time of great need.
Take you up on that.
Wonderful. All right.
Okay. So you head back into the other chamber, and you can see the caretaker is still there.
I just
you
double
head down.
check that my mind blank spell is on Callie. Just make sure that it's still there.
It's still there.
Okay, good.
As you see the figure kind of hanging its head. Well,
Lightkeepers, take the wheel.
Do you want to go first, darling, or shall I?
I'll lead.
All right.
I just message everybody in my brain. What is the exact weird wording of what we want to say here?
Why does the Matron of Vengeance want Kato?
What does she intend to do? It was either what does she intend to do with Kato Halskani, or why does she need Kato Halskani in the courtyard in the courtyard above the tomb of the Raven Queen?
That's the one. Why does she need Kato Halskani?
Why does the Matron of Vengeance require Kato Halskani in the courtyard of Manta above the tomb of the Raven Queen?
At midnight.
You watch as the head kind of lifts up, and you can see the hair kind of falls away, and you can see that kind of empty eye socket. What is your secret?
One of the three seals that bind the chained oblivion resides as a key in my chest.
You watch as the mouth kind of falls open, and the other eye turns kind of black, and you hear from the mouth, which doesn't move.
Ew.
The boy is a vessel of great power. He has made a pact.
You see that the jaw kind of closes. The eye kind of returns to normal.
I say in my brain, does she want to kill Pelor or make her own god team? And Dave is one of them.
Does he react at all when Yana says that in our heads?
Make an insight check.
Yeah. My eyes have never left. That's a natural 20, baby.
Yes.
You can see he his head tilts ever so slightly.
Out loud, I say.
Almost imperceptible, but
Out loud, I say. Whether it's in your mouth or in your head, friends, he hears it.
Okay, then I'll just say I don't suppose we get a follow-up question because that did not clear up anything for me. The question was, why does she require him and he has power? That's a non sequitur. What is the correlation between the power and what she needs? And your floor, Mr. Whispers.
he said the boy is a vessel, a powerful being. He made a pact.
Yeah, but I'm trying to swindle this guy to give me more stuff.
I have given you my secret.
I step forward. What happens if we do not deliver Kato Haskani to the Matron of Vengeance?
You kind of like see is this like his eyes kind of look up, sort of expectantly.
We are responsible for the ravens that attacked and massacred Bakal and murdered many innocent people.
You watch as once again the mouth drops and the eye turns black. The matron will exact her vengeance slowly and for eternity. And you feel your hands kind of slick and start to sort of drip as you look down. You can see blood dripping from your hands, just very briefly, and then it kind of snaps away.
Literal blood on my hands.
And then you watch as the face kind of contorts again. A bargain struck cannot be easily broken, but a burden may be passed. This one offers his service. He will absorb your burden, your contracts released. All I ask is for his freedom. The matron cannot hurt this one. No one seeks to harm me, as no one knows who I am. You see the face kind of comes back.
That's a hard pass for me, team.
No.
I mean, for a number of reasons, but then we'd piss off Halora and my hole would stop working. And that is something I could not abide by.
I was so close.
Not a chance, Mr. Carlson. You're too cool of a DM. You should have never given me that fucking thing.
I do not wish to let go of my burden to you, Inquisitor. And I step back. Is there anything else we wish to ask?
As you're standing there pondering, you see kind of moves his head again. This one knows for whom the matron seeks vengeance upon.
And what level of secret would that require, Inquisitor?
That is up to you. And for me to judge.
I'm going to look at the group and raise my eyes. As you know, we'd have one more thing.
Do we have any other things other than that thing? Because I do know the ingredients to the secret scar sauce.
Are you talking about the thing I suggested?
Do any of us know where the spider milk comes from?
That we can't share that. He would be too powerful.
Too much. We as Blackwater, or we as Blackwater, the people that's in this Zoom chat?
Both.
We can't ask that question either. That's
Tim,
too much
what
knowledge.
secrets do I, Matthew Humor, have to give to you to find out what spider milk is?
I think that's a Sean
tall
Deppner
order.
pact.
For the life of me, I
Spider
can't
milk
think of
isn't a thing. It's a way of life. No one can tell you
The
what
state
spider
of
might kill.
being.
You have to.
They've
have
got
to
a
just
whole
know.
a pyramid scheme around spider milk.
the whole.
Fucking pyramid
I-
scheme, isn't it?
For the life of me, I can't think of any Callie secrets.
I will say, and then we'll leave the bit that spider milk is kind of a pyramid scheme because spider milk technically is every part of the food pyramid.
I hate that it's a carb. I hate that it's a carb also.
Absolutely.
Hate that.
Also
I'm
with
concerned
dessert.
that it's a vegetable.
Okay,
What the
okay.
fuck, Sean?
Let's
Why
do
is
it.
it a
Let's get
vegetable?
back. Guys, let's get back into it.
Bugs are basically plants, dude.
Comes from the ground, dude.
Okay.
Comes to the ground full of seeds.
Oh gosh.
Is this something we wished?
Huddle in the bath.
Yeah, let's get out of this room real quick.
Zero back into the.
Sup, Limeric.
Stay here. We'll be right back.
Don't get up. I say to him like an ass.
Do we? He is taunting us with this knowledge.
Yeah, but he's not wrong.
No, he's not.
We're also running out of time.
We are.
He is not wrong. I have read a lot of children's tales, and like at some point,
Yeah.
I miss my childhood. I caught up recently. Okay,
That's not
I
the
give me
weird
that
part.
look.
I just
I
want to know
love
where
it.
you're going with this.
It always seems, again, as I read them as an adult because I wasn't able to as a kid. This was like 6 months ago. But it always seems to go wrong. You get like pretty far, and then the bad guy is like, "Do you want one more thing? It's very nice." And then the person says yes, and that's their ultimate undoing.
I am very loath to give Vecna 2/3. The identification of 2/3 of the tethers that hold the chained oblivion.
We can't give him the study if he's the anti-Ioun.
I cannot give him the study.
That might be one of the worst things.
Yes. We cannot give him the forge. We cannot give him. Is there anything else? I am racking my brain for anything that I could give personally. Other than that. Things we've done, decisions we've had to make.
What about that piece that was floating through the Feywild? That piece of the Feywild that was floating through hell. Did anything come of that? Is that a secret? Did that end up going home or?
Baron von Kron was attempting to steal a piece of the Feywild and drive it to the 3rd level of hell in service of his.
Yeah. What happened to that piece of Earth? Because
We took it back. We took it back to the Feywild. We drove it, Kokanee and Kelly piloted
We
it back
know
through
the
rift.
location of the metal dragon. It's technically buried treasure.
Yeah. Could try that.
I don't know if that's enough. He's offered us a keystone piece of information. He will want something equivalent, or the answer will be just as coded as the rest of them.
Doesn't this again have any deep? Hey, who knows about the origins of the Matron of Vengeance? Like Pelor showed us that whole thing, but how many people had access to the tomb of the Raven Queen? I mean, it was Nepthisiket and her sister.
I could share that the Matron Queen was murdered by one of her priestesses, corrupted by the Chained Oblivion.
Nobody knows that.
Probably. The Chained Oblivion might have told everybody.
Well, he's a blabbermouth. I mean, I feel like that's our best shot. That feels godly.
And Nepthisiket saved a bough of the Tree of Life when it could have been decimated. I don't know where she planted it, but she saved it. That means the tree still exists.
That's great. Nobody knows that.
Well, I'm sure they know where they planted it.
Oh,
We
well,
don't know
okay.
here.
If we're going off the morality of our group and things that we have done that we're holding as secrets, we broke our deal on that island when we didn't sail back with that ship.
Oh, I guarantee you that fucking captain's told everybody that. Like, that's not a secret. I didn't mean to poo-poo your idea. I just don't like that captain.
You are not
Just
wrong,
trying
though.
to think of things we've done.
Cora. Nobody knows that Cora works with mind flayers, or do they? I can't remember.
We mentioned it to many people on the Wulfrene Council.
We gotta be okay. I mean, this is the pot calling the kettle black, but we gotta stop telling people so many things. No, that's just not gonna happen, is it?
That's also not who we are, Levis.
Yeah, curse our honest bones.
What about
Okay.
What about what we found when we followed Cora in the circle?
We told them about that too, didn't we?
We've shared that.
Have we shared that with a lot of people?
The Wulfrenian Council kept it quite secretive because they didn't want to incite a panic, thinking that there was a coup to get rid of Cora.
We know where Arathis is. Plane of ice. No one knows that but Arathis folks, right?
Yeah, we're not telling her where Arathis is. That's
fair. I get it.
I mean, it is it just has to be a secret from this guy. And I understand that he knows lots of stuff, but
That's a big lie.
He reads the brain. We can't lie to this guy.
We probably can't lie. But something that only a handful of people know probably still counts as a secret, as we all know something and it still counts as a secret, right?
Yeah.
Do we say that the Queen of Wulfrene, that the Council of Wulfrene elected someone who works in league with mind flayers?
Not by choice.
Not by choice.
Well, they didn't know at the time, or they did.
The one thing if I'm going to give the secret that Nepthisiket witnessed her sister Isilis murder, or attempt to murder the Raven Queen, I can't just give that. I'm gonna have to talk to my goddess first and make sure that's all right. That is her story. And yes, I am her priestess, but I would have to commune for that.
I honestly think core is probably the stronger way to go. Because if Vecna knows this, that's technically ancient history. I'm sure Vecna got a hold of that at some point. Whereas like the Korra stuff is pretty hot off the presses. I think we lead with that. We can go and be like, here's Korra, tell us what you know about the Vengeance.
So we believe that. Go ahead, Kelly.
Can we tell him anything about what we did in the Earth Elemental Plane? Like we framed people, like what we saw there.
I mean, Groom Bar's up. That's not exactly a secret anymore. I think we leave it to Core. We got it. Core's the thing, and if he needs more, I'll give him the scar sauce. But I feel like I don't think it'll come to that.
So the secret that we give is, the question that we ask is, who does the Matron of Vengeance seek vengeance upon?
Oh, I bet this fucking asshole's just gonna say like everybody or something. Maybe, you know what? What if we just left? He's gonna be sitting there waiting for us to come back in. And we go and we say, because we intended to come back in. If he's reading our minds, he knows we want to go back in. And what if we just don't? It's a pretty good goof.
He's got all of eternity. I don't think a couple minutes matters to him much. And Halora will undoubtedly use his secrets again.
Here's my question. If we know who the Matron of Vengeance want vengeance on, does that change our plans? Yes, it does. That sounds pretty pivotal. Asked and answered. Okay, I walked myself through that. Yeah,
so
we go
what
for
is, so the question we ask is, who does the Matron of Vengeance seek vengeance upon?
Yar.
And the secret we give is Cora Thorngage, former queen of Wulfrene. What?
Was and is still in league with Mind Flayers and is actively plotting her revenge somewhere on the Astral Sea. That sounds like hot shit. Let's just say it's on the Astral Sea. That sounds better than potentially. As far as we know, we have pretty good reason to believe it's Astral Sea time.
Did you wish for me to give that one?
I mean, I'll do it.
All I ask is that I think that if something Halora said about the more that you dig, you personally, the more that it affects you.
Yeah, you've done one already. Let me take the next hit. I got it.
Thank you, Letters.
All right, let's do it.
And then we leave, and then we're out.
There we go.
He will try and tempt us with more, but we go. All right. Let me go back in.
Okay. You see him there?
Okay. The question is, as per your prodding, Mr. Hardsell. Oh God, what was it?
I'm writing it in the chat.
Letters just standing there pulling out his little note.
Letters doesn't take notes.
You're right.
Who does the Matron of Vengeance seek vengeance upon? Full stop. Question mark. The goodie we're gonna share is that Cora Thorngage, former Queen of Wulfrene, was and is still associated with Mind Flayers. Tried to facilitated the installment of Mind Flayers in the Glitter Guard. Tried to install Mind Flayers in the Wulfrenian Council, and is still at large plotting her revenge in the Astral Sea. Hot off the presses.
See the eye kind of roll back and turn black as the mouth drops open. The matron was created by the blade, Eternal's undoing, knowledge stolen in the service of the Elder Eye. This dagger, forged by the hand of pain, and Asmodeus has been imbued with poison distilled from the blood of Zahir. And as the queen called out for help, the father turned his shoulder, wishing his children eternal life. The architect cared only for the builders. The mother is as fickle as the sea. The moon and her muse lay far across the forest, ears far from hearing. The drake flew neath the thunder to stem the bleeding of those pursued by the undying hunger. And the hammer fell silent, his forge tainted by the fire of the Underking, a secret kept, the rot of guilt. And the knowing one sat quietly in their study, intent on only recording what is, refusing to wield the power of truth. We all have a part to play. You see the form kind of pulls back. I'll send this to you in the chat.
Holy fuck.
So all the pantheon, to all the gods. Okay.
Thank you for your time, Inquisitor.
Thank you for the secrets.
Hey, Inquisitor. Okay.
We should leave.
Yeah, no, you said plane shift. We're already out of the room. I'm in the tub with Limeric.
It feels a lot better in the tub.
Team, I'm stressed.
Yeah, I'm in the tub.
How big is the tub?
Very big. Doesn't matter. I'm in the tub.
I don't take up much space.
I don't know if Nebis goes in the tub. It's a facsimile of white water. It's not the real thing.
Okay, fucking gatekeepy about the white water.
No,
all right.
No, it's
Halora's white water not good enough for you. Ooh la la. This isn't from the white water region of France.
Ellie doesn't go in the tub.
It's not like some fresh spring. It's our holy water.
I was saying, you don't know that you
Not
don't know the tub,
champagne, you know?
Yeah. Sparkling wine.
I have anyway. Did you send this to me?
I did. I sent it to our Facebook group, but I can send it in our group.
Okay.
So she sent a call. And Pelor, Arethis, Melora, Sehanin, Corellin, Io, Cord, Moradin. They all turned their back. Every one of them.
And Ayun?
And Ayun.
Hey, did she
The caretaker has also joined you in
the tub?
Outside of the tub.
Okay. When did she get the blade? Is that a new thing?
Wait.
Ooh.
Caretaker, may we ask for a moment alone in the room, please? We will look after Limeric.
I am to escort you out of this place when you are done. So if you wish to continue in private, you will have to be outside of the Iron Lyceum.
I think we're done here. Are we done here?
Yeah.
All right. What time is it, Tim?
I mean, that whole endeavor probably took about an hour.
So it's like noon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect time to see a Sunspeaker.
11?
No, it's you guys got up at 8.
Mm-hmm.
Did your thing. It's only about 10.
It's only 10? Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
Love that.
Okay.
2 more hours.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let us leave. Perhaps we can sit in the tower for a little bit, reconvene our thoughts, and then plan our next steps.
I hold my associated object, the coaster, to the Blackwater Bar and Grill, and Zim Zalabim.
We're just going back up. I thought we were just getting out first before we teleported anywhere.
Oh, you want to get out of the tub and teleport? Okay.
No, like out of the
The
Lyceum.
Lyceum. Before we just hop back to Wulfrene.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. After you, Mr. Caretaker.
Do you wish to go to Wulfrene?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have a portal?
Yes, I will have to ask the mistress if it is all right if I take you to the observatory.
That'd be awesome.
I would
There you
love
go.
to see the observatory.
And you see, like, he kind of like waves his hand, and he kind of stands still for a second. Yes, follow me. And you see he like cuts a portal out of the air, and like leads you through into a another chamber, kind of conical in shape. It's faintly magnetic. You notice, Callie, as you walk through. You can see there is let me pull it up. You can see there is a number of shelves kind of on the outside. There is a large kind of table near one side, and you can also see there's almost what looks like a balcony that leads outside, and you can see kind of like blue sky, a few kind of wispy clouds. But he heads over to one of the shelves, and you can see there's something on top of the shelf. You can't quite see what it is, but he cuts another kind of portal against the wall right through here.
We do so.
Okay, so you head through, and you find yourself in a simple room. Through that door, down the hall, you should be in Wulfrene.
Thank you, caretaker.
See you later with any luck.
We go.
Yeah, as you head out, the portal disappears behind you. You open the door and you find yourself in kind of a almost like a tenement. As you kind of head out, you can see a few people kind of heading in and out of their apartments. As you head down outside, you are in the streets of Wulfrene.
Hey, Limeric, this is Wulfrene. Have fun.
We should take him back to Blackwater Keep.
Yeah, I guess that's where we're going anyways. Come with us.
I don't think she'll be here, but I'm just gonna go check if Kamea's here. I'm gonna step up.
Walk and talk about what we just happened,
Yes.
though?
Yes.
Or walk and then talk within the privacy of our own
Walk
home.
and then talk in the privacy of our own home. Yes.
Tight.
Okay. So you head, as you're heading towards Blackwater Keep, which is in the same direction as the Gatestone Keep. You kind of split off at the very end. But you do notice that like preparations are being made for the celebration of the equinox. Banners being put up. There's a number of like market stalls kind of up with various kind of Palor paraphernalia, like little flags and holy symbols and things like that. You can see there's a number of large kind of bonfires being built in several of the street squares.
Very cool.
And you can see there is also quite a bit of food. There is like a number of like, it seemed like the equinox is associated with a pretty big feast. It's generally like a very big feast happens as well. So there's a number of like food laden carts everywhere. You can see farmers have come in from outside the city, kind of bringing tons of food and things like that. It seems like there's a pretty jovial atmosphere in the city right now.
Have to ask, any ice cream taco carts
Make
on the way?
Perception check.
The world is ending,
In
and
14 hours.
As long as we're walking, I'm not going to stop.
Keeping an eye out.
It's a 10.
10?
It's a 10.
I don't see any.
Can I make a perception check?
What are you percepting for?
how do you
No.
percept?
I would only be looking for Kamea. Or not. Yeah. Or Jar.
You would know, like, generally time of day. She's probably in a council meeting. It's 10 in the morning. She'd be at the Gatestone Keep, but
I
in
think Kelly's hoping that she's not here. Kelly's hoping that she's gone.
Okay.
But she's gonna go look.
Okay. All right. So
Yep, we
you
make it.
kind of split off and head towards the Gatestone Keep. The rest of you head to Blackwater Keep. Callie, as you
Meet us when you're ready, Kelly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
as you arrive, you kind of get to outside the council doors. You can see the guards are there, and they kind of like, sorry, milady, the council is in session right now.
Oh, no, that's okay. Is Kamea here?
Yeah, she's here.
That's all I need to know. I'm just gonna
Do
walk
you
back.
want us to?
No. I'm gonna walk back to the Blackwater Keep.
Okay. All right. So the rest of you arrive at Blackwater Keep. Codus is there. You're back. So good
Sure.
to see you.
It's good to be back, Codus.
I wish I knew you were coming.
We didn't know we were coming back this fast.
You sound sad.
I am.
Oh. Would you like me to make some coffee?
Yes. Yes.
I'm on it.
Thank you, Curtis. The good beans from Philenis, please.
Always.
Thank you.
I assume Kelly would walk in pretty fast after.
Yeah. Yeah, you arrive shortly after that.
Was she there,
What?
Kelly?
She's right here.
Then we work quickly.
My question is, did she have the dagger when she awoken, or did she get it later?
She was given it by being stabbed by it, I believe.
It was in her back.
It was still there? Okay. That's that theory done.
When we saw her, she stood over top of Aegis's body, holding the dagger
Okay.
with the runes. So she is going to exact her vengeance on the entire pantheon that abandoned her. She may have one of each.
A dagger for every...
No. The Inquisitor said that Kato had made a pact. I think he's taken akin to what Finnan did.
Yeah.
That's what Finnan said.
He'd taken a pact with perhaps his will also. Sees the power.
If I'm picking up on what you're, I guess. The Raven Queen wants revenge on the entire pantheon.
I think so.
No. She wants Kato because he's made a pact. And I know that we've made a deal with her, but is it not convenient that in that she has the high priestess and high priest of two of the gods that she...
And a paladin.
And a very powerful paladin. Melora's chosen in the God's Brawl.
So there she is for.
I don't know who it would be. I'm trying to think of Kasadi. It's not Bahamut. Sorry, it is. Sorry, it is not Io that abandoned her. It is Bahamut. It would be. What if I call Kasadi Crestborn, the Dragonborn, the Paladin?
Tell you what, I think we go talk to the Sunspeaker first.
Yes.
And because theoretically, if the plan is she's trying to get all of them in one space at one time, then there's probably all kinds of we are one action squad who's gone to get one person, but maybe there's a bunch of Kenku off to get Kasadi and all that business, or maybe this is just about Paylor and she's saving it. Saving the others for their special days. Let's go talk to the Sunspeaker. I'm sure he's busy, but he'll make time for us.
1 second.
Okay.
I just want to check something in my mind. Neppy pulls up her calendar that she has, and by pulls up her calendar, I mean she racks her brain for a moment.
Otis comes back with a tray full of coffee. Cafe au lait, anyone?
Thank you, Curtis.
Codis, I take it black. Thank you.
Very well.
5 or 10 minutes. I'll be back.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
I'm gonna run over to where I'm assuming Jar's in class right now, right?
You go to the class, and you kind of you peek in. Jar's not there.
Okay. That makes sense. Is anyone around? Like Neva or Nessa?
You can go check.
I would like to go check if Neva's there.
Okay. You head back to the Gatestone Keep, and you ask around for Neva. And Neva is there. She's in the council meeting as well with
right.
But Nissa is not there.
Nissa's not there. So I can assume Jar is from Nissa. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I'll go back.
Sorry.
Let me just this is in reference to it. Callie, did you find him?
Jar is not here. Neither
I can't.
said that Kamea is here.
I don't know that you told your wife to go someplace safe. So what I was going to do is not actionable.
You do.
I do? Oh,
I was on the sending stone. If you were out of the house when I walked
for this
out of the
moment,
house.
it's easier if I do know that. I would just say, you told Kamea not to tell you where she's going. Whoever's in that council meeting may not be Kamea. As in, it's a decoy. She's smart. She's
Yeah, I would hope, but I don't have a lot of faith in that fact.
what? You don't have faith in your wife?
I don't have faith, but what Kamea does is what I do here. And if Kamea called me and told me to go somewhere safe away from the job that I do, I believe that it would take a lot for me to do it, but I believe it would take less for me to do it for Jar.
I can't argue with that.
Nissa has kept Jar safe once before.
She has, yeah.
Probably better if we don't know.
So going forward, I think there are two people that we can talk to.
Mm-hmm.
We can talk to the Sunspeaker and let him know. But we could also go talk to Kato and find out what pact he has made. And it is possible that if we talk to Kato after we talk to the Sunspeaker finds out about all the stuff we tell him. Mad Dad shows up and starts yelling at his son about a pact. Like we maybe miss the opportunity to talk to Kato.
From what Finnan said, it's also not a great relationship.
No.
Finnan's father and the Sunspeaker held some similar attributes, according to Finnan.
Yeah, let's talk to Kato. Let's do it.
This is not the first holiday that's passed since the matron was brought back on this plane, but she may have been in the abyss for the day of challenging. This may be the first one where she has some rain here. And it's also a bigger holiday. So.
Well, let's go
that
talk
was
to
just-
Kato. Let's do it.
All right.
We haven't. I think if a god was killed, we'd know about it. Right? The sea would stop moving and the moon would go dark or something. I don't fucking know. Let's talk to Kato.
Okay.
So where would you like to go?
I know,
Fuck.
Kato.
Well,
Should I
message
just
him.
call him?
Yeah, be like, Kato, we got business.
All right. I'm going to cast Sending to Kato Halskani.
Okay.
Hello, Kato. It's High Priestess. Wait. Nepentha. We met at the God's Bros. I need a few minutes of your time. It's very important. Shall we meet?
Hi, Nepentha. I'm a bit busy, but you can come by the temple to Pelor.
He will be there with his father.
Love
Okay, I'm
that. Let's
ready.
go.
All right.
Let's
So
go.
you head over to the Temple of Pelor, and you can see it is busy. There's lots of preparation going on. It seems like they are going to host some kind of ceremony and then a large feast. So you can see there is a number of food barrels being loaded and moved around, and the kind of area in front of the temple where there is kind of a little bit of a promenade and a statue. You can see it's all being prepared for whatever kind of ceremony is going to be happening. And you can see tables being kind of set up on the outer periphery, and a number of food carts kind of setting up. As you head inside, you kind of move through a number of acolytes and priests kind of moving about. You can see it's quite busy. You don't see the Sunspeaker there, but you do see Kato kind of directing folks kind of near the pulpit.
I would walk up towards Kato.
And you can see he's wearing like a beautiful like white linen robe, emblazoned with the kind of the sunburst of Pelor. And
Is it gaudy and ostentatious? Is it a lot?
It's embroidered in gold. He's got kind of like a crown, sort of like a coronet of like wheat, like golden wheat around his temples.
Golden boy.
He's like, yeah, 1 second. Hi. What do you need?
A private room and a moment of your time, please.
It's life and death stakes.
Make a persuasion check for me, please.
With advantage. I definitely chip in with it's life and death.
With life and dex. Okay, yeah. If you say
Yeah.
that, then you'll get advantage on it.
I also have a thing too that because I am a prominent religious figure, I can seek audience with any other religious figure, and they grant that to me.
Background. He's like,
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Come here. And he kind of
Come
leads
here.
you off into a small chamber.
I've
kind
never
of-
flexed that before. Now's the time.
Because I'm a high priestess.
Because
is
I
like,
am a cleric. Thank you.
Right. And he kind of leads you in into a kind of small study chamber, kind of behind the pulpit. It looks like it's maybe his father's kind of study. And you can see there's like a beautiful golden statue of Pelor.
Study. Sorry.
Look, I don't have a lot of time. I've got all these preparations to get through, and my
You might
dad's
have less time than you think, champ.
stuck in a console meeting.
Um,
What?
Kato,
And you can see like immediately is sort of
No,
like
Kate-
We're not going to
Kate-
murder you.
Oh no, not from us. Not from
Kato,
us.
Kato, where is your father? My first question is, where is your father? Where is
he's
the
in a
Sunspeaker?
council meeting right now.
Oh, that tracks.
Right. Okay. So we're going to ask you some questions, and they might seem like they're coming from nowhere, but as Letter said, this is a matter of life or death. And do you really think that the High Priestess of Nethisiket would show her face here on Pelor's Day if it was not important?
Kind of scowls a bit. What is it?
We need to know about the pact you've made.
I haven't made any pact.
Insight.
I wish that Koganine just yelled that. Insight.
I like the new in character.
He got a lightsaber. He's on fire. Like
Guys,
Clack is just ready with the pit. Like, or give us an excuse.
22.
He has it like a towel that he's like.
Yeah. It's just over the arm.
As far as you can tell, he's telling the truth. He seems genuinely confused by that.
Your powers, your ability. I saw you in the God's Brawl.
Yeah, that's a divine gift.
Yeah. Do you know a fella named His Will? Does that ring a bell to you?
Did someone speak in your head? A voice.
The way that I commune with Pelor is my business.
And
No.
I am not downplaying that or devaluing it. I am asking if it is present and what that grants you.
It's a conduit, so I can commune with Pelor. He passes along my messages, and I enact his will.
Great. You've got a direct line to Pelor.
Well, kind of. I mean,
More-
I have a
more or less.
middleman.
Yeah. But that's really great for us because what we're talking about concerns Pelor quite a bit. And we've still got the hour of brain time, so I'm like, let's just come clean to this kid.
He's not going to be able. He's a 16-year-old boy. He is not going to be able to handle that.
That's his choice, right? We're all about agency, right? We go on fate. Hey, champ. Okay, I took a step too far.
He's very confused because you start talking to him and then you all fall silent.
No, sorry. Common's not my
not-
first language.
We're not sure that we're pretty sure that his will is not working in the best interest of Pelor, right?
What?
Are you asking this to us as players?
Yeah, as players. No, as in game. Kokanee is saying that to all of
In your
you.
head? Is it?
Our head?
In everybody's
Magneto?
head, not in front of.
No, put your hands up here so we don't know.
Yeah.
So essentially, she said he made a pact. Like, why does that matter if his will is just like Pelor 2, right?
It means that Kato is a strong enough conduit and a powerful enough person that damage or harm coming to him would pull Pelor down into potentially mortal form to save him. That's the problem.
I have two things to say. One, I think anything more we tell this 16-year-old boy would cause him to spiral, because it would cause me to spiral. Two, we are standing in front of a 16-year-old boy not saying anything.
Kato, does your father know about your relationship with his will and Pelor?
He knows that I have a strong connection with Pelor, of course.
I can
As
imagine.
does he.
Right.
As does he. Are your connections the same?
I don't know.
Has his will given you any guidance or instruction as to what is going to happen tomorrow on Pelor's holy day, the holiday?
No. Only that it is a day where we can celebrate his gifts, feel close to him.
Close to him.
That's why I have to get everything ready. It's got to be perfect for everyone.
Letters?
I gotta tell him. I gotta tell him. I gotta tell him. I gotta
We
tell him.
have to
I
tell
gotta
his
tell him.
father.
Well, I'm gonna tell this kid. I don't know this fucking kid's father. Look, it concerns you. It doesn't concern. Like, what? Look, here's the thing. I'm gonna be 100% real with you, champ. We know that there is a god that wants you, and we don't want that to happen. Yeah. She's pissed at Paylor, and she wants to get at him through you. And we don't know a lot, but we know that you're kind of a linchpin. And so I would ask that everything that you have to prepare for this festival kind of takes second fiddle. Just for a second.
And we need to get your father here.
Make a persuasion check.
Who, me, Sean Deppner?
Yeah.
I mean, Lars.
Not Sean Deppner.
Sean Deppner has to make
Persuasion's
persuasion.
way too high.
Way too high charisma.
Okay, 1 second. Let me just pull up what my skills is. I haven't rolled anything all day. Oh, back to our roots. Persuasion. Oh, that's pretty good. 21.
He's listening.
Uh,
What do you want me to do?
It is more what we may need to stop from happening. Letters is right. You are. There is importance to you, Kato. And if that was not clear in the God's Brawl, we are coming here saying that there is very much importance to you now. We need your father here. You need to make some important decisions about what happens within the next 12 hours. We have 12 hours. And we need your help.
What do you need me to do? I don't understand. What do you want me to do?
I think.
Well,
I think
theoretically. Oh, sorry. You go ahead, Callie.
I think the next move here is. We can keep talking to you, Kato, but I think the next move here is to get his father. And I think if there's someone that is going to go interrupt a council meeting, I am the most likely person to go do that.
Yeah, let's all go. Why don't you come with us and help us get your dad on side?
Okay.
Thank you, Kato.
So you all head over to, you see he kind of gives some instructions as he's leaving, as people are kind of confused and they keep doing their tasks as the acolytes are kind of looking over, and he kind of reassures them as you all head out over to the Gatestone Keep. You head inside and up to the doors of the council chamber.
I think Callie's just going to take Kato with her. I think the two of us are just going to go.
Okay, and you see the guards are kind of like, okay.
It's
You're the queen's wife. They open the door. And you see the full council is there, kind of like they sort of look over surprised, and you see Neva's there standing next to Kamea, and Neva's kind of like,
Busted.
Callie's gonna walk in.
Kamea's kind of confused and sorry in the same breath. Hello, Callie, Kato, what is the meaning of this? You see the Sunspeaker is there, kind of. What is going on?
I'm sorry for interrupting. Sunspeaker, we need to talk to you about something regarding Kato. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't extremely important.
Well, you can see he goes beet red. He looks embarrassed. Well, what is it?
It's nothing Kato's done. It's something we're trying to prevent from happening.
If you'll excuse me, and he kind of stands up. Can we take this outside?
Please.
Kind of escorts you out of the chamber. You can see the rest of the council is kind of like leaning over as he leads you out and around the corner.
If I look back at Kamea as I'm leaving, what's the look we share?
You see she looks, it's an apologetic look, but there is she knows she's going against what you asked,
Yeah.
but you can tell that there's. Well, make an insight check.
Titties. Do I get advantage? This is my wife.
And my way.
Sure.
Ooh, okay. With advantage, it's natural 20.
It's your wife.
You've
know.
seen
On your
this face
wife.
before. You've seen this face before. Kamea doesn't love apologizing.
Yeah.
Doesn't love apologizing. He has before, but she's not quick with an apology.
Mhm.
You know this to be a like, I'm sorry, but I have my reasons. There's reason behind it, and I can explain.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sorry, but I can explain.
I feel like Kamea would be rolling for insight too. Callie just looks so sad.
Actually, I don't get advantage because
It's your
I'm your
wife.
wife. Just like sad.
Love that mechanic.
Just like almost
Okay.
heartbroken. That's the look she shares. And
All
also
right.
a little bit sorry for interrupting the council meeting because we're married. But that's the look she's seen too. The like,
Absolutely.
I'm in here.
Okay. So you head around the corner, and Olgrim Halskani opens another door to a smaller chamber, and kind of leads you in with Kato. What is the meaning of this? What's going on?
Are the rest of us there?
I
I
would.
don't know. Do you guys follow?
Oh yeah, we were
Yes.
just
Yeah,
outside
yes.
the door.
Yes.
Okay.
We're a big parade.
What are you all doing here?
Sunspeaker, this is a matter of the utmost importance. What do you know? What do you know of what happened to the Raven Queen at the end of the Dawn War?
She died. Her city was attacked and destroyed.
She did.
She was killed by the Titans.
She was not killed by the Titans. She was murdered by her own priestess. My goddess Nepthisiket's older sister, Isilis. Corrupted by the chained oblivion, took a dagger forged by Bane, Asmodeus, and Zahir, drove it into her back. In an act to save the goddess she loved, my goddess, her grace, Nepthisiket, shunted the Raven Queen into the negative energy plane as a way to keep her safe. In the last moments of Manta, with her city under siege, Garrix, the fire primordial, and agents of Istitia ravaging her town, her city, her stronghold of belief, the Raven Queen put out a call for aid. She called every god in our pantheon, and none answered. None.
How could you possibly know that?
Oh, look, that's a whole story. Keep listening.
Sunspeaker, I would not lie to you. I give you too much respect for that. And in the position that I am in, I wouldn't hide truth from you. What do you know of what's happened over on the Amankei Peninsula?
The city of Bakal was destroyed. King Velsum was killed.
He was. And the chained oblivion, which he sought to bring back. The portal you closed at the Gatestone Keep. I banished Tharizdun back into the abyss. I walked in, and I chained him down with magic gifted from my goddess. But to do that, to give us in Blackwater a chance, the Raven Queen stepped in.
But you said she was dead.
She was not. She was brought back by accident We went to Manta, seeking the seals of the Chained Oblivion. The seals that were made long before the Dawn War. Came across a Nightwalker. You know of those?
I have read of them. Yes.
It was banished. And when it was gone, the thing that it replaced returned. Except when the Raven Queen returned, she was not who left. She returned, donning herself the Matron of Vengeance. I'd look over at Letters, feeling that look that Sean's giving me right now.
Okay, well, okay, it's my turn. Okay, so here's the deal. Nope, sorry, it's not my turn yet. You
No,
keep going.
it can be your turn,
You can
Letters,
speak
but
ahead if you want.
I'm not going to lie to him about our involvement.
No, I just want to be like, yo, here's the deal. This is the thing that's happening. Like, I'm heightened. You've got a handle on this. You keep going.
If anyone wants to take in over, you're welcome to.
Okay, yeah. So, fucking Matron of Vengeance. That's what she is now. She's the Matron of Vengeance, and guess who she wants vengeance on? The entire Pantheon, starting with Pelor. It's his day. We're like, the realms are different, and so we have rock solid reason to believe that she is intending to do some kind of bad things to Pelor, and she wants to use Kato to do it. So we have come to you to put all our heads together as like the most powerful people in the city to prevent that from happening.
This is a lot of information to digest, but Kato will stay here. We will have all of our priests surround him, and the guard will protect him until the equinox is done.
And I tell him, we have to tell him. We have to.
Okay, yeah, do the thing.
Unless anyone has any other objections, we have to tell him.
Yeah, I guess honesty is the best policy. Let's do it.
I think I agree, but we're about to be in our own city if we take him anyway.
We're gonna be criminals in our own city regardless if we take him anyway.
We're not gonna take him anyway. Like, don't think.
Agreed.
I don't want to take him anyway. I just want to find a way to protect us.
Apologies, Sunspeaker. There is one more piece of information that you need to know. The Matron of Vengeance gave us, Blackwater, time. She bought us time. In the city of Bacall, when demons and anything else that could have made its way through the rift, the cultists in the city, a black, winged shadow took over the town. And she did this for a price. And it was a price. It was a bargain that I agreed to. It was a call for fealty. That in a moment where she needed, she could call. And I had to answer. Now, please understand me. Please. I will not. I would never take Kato to her. But that is what she has asked me to do. That is what she has asked us to do. and we have come to you, asking for help to stop that before that happens.
Take him where?
To Manta.
No. No, no. He will not leave the city. Absolutely not.
We are asking for your aid, Sunspeaker. Begging for your aid.
Let me put this in a different way. Matron of Vengeance is real powerful. She's got one over on us. But she's pissed and pissed forever like only a god can. We're not going to take Kato. But she's not going to stop. And the next folks she send are not going to be as polite as us, I imagine. We have an opportunity where you know all the cards. They're all on the table. We told you. And this is our best opportunity to stop it from happening. Otherwise, the next people who come along, they'll just take Kato. They won't come to you and ask permission. You have the opportunity. I'm sure your priests are great, but you have the opportunity right now to pull a fast one over on the fucking God of Vengeance and stop any of this and stop it right now.
Because she will not stop with Kato. She will not stop with Pelor. She will work her way through an entire pantheon until every god.
And you'll be
pays
down
some
6
penance.
allies.
I cannot
More than that.
send my son to his death.
Well, that's why he's going with us and whoever else you send. Be smart. Let's bring all the priests. Come on.
I'm not sending him away from the city. Here, I can protect him as best I can.
Then come with us, Sunspeaker. That boy never has to leave your sight.
No, we will stay here.
It's
We
not
have
just
an army here.
it's not just us you'll lose. She's gonna take everyone we care about. The queen, my entire city, our entire religions, pantheons. We have to stop it.
She will not stop.
Make a persuasion check.
Who?
Whoever wants to lead the charge on this one, either Spooky, Letters, or Neppy.
I'll take a shot.
I chimed
No,
in the once, so I'll give help if I can to anyone.
You would get advantage. Normally, this check would be at disadvantage because of what the gravity of your ask, but you're getting advantage because of you're working together on it, so it's evening out to just a straight check.
Others, if you want, or
Are you proficient in persuasion?
I mean, yeah.
It's up to you, Sean.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like you're
I think we all
making
are.
the more salient points. I'll kick that over to
Oh
to
God,
Neppy.
I don't even know what I'm gonna barf. You know
I'm
what?
not. I'm proficient in deception.
Right.
What am I proficient?
Not persuasion.
He's very.
I mean,
very perceptive.
Roll the die.
Fuck.
We go on faith, baby.
Keisha. Keisha.
I'll bring her into this too.
Them can verify the roll.
Of course.
Of course.
That's cocked.
It landed in her other dice.
She's
Do you
got
wanna
just
come over
too
and look
many
at it?
dice.
There's so few. How does that
Okay.
happen? How does the dice land in like 2 other dice?
It's weird.
So, with a natural 17
Ooh-wee.
plus 7, that is 24.
You watch as the Sunspeaker is about to say something. You hear Kato. Father, we have a duty to Pelor. To everyone here. I clearly have a part to play. I think we have to trust them. They've saved the city more than once. I think this is what I was meant to do. And you see the Sunspeaker exhale, kind of hang his head. Very well. Let's go speak with the council. And that's where we're going to end it.
Guys, that's way closer. Like we've spent 2 episodes on the fumes of this. That is way closer. I feel not great, but still so much better than before.
We have 12 hours. 12 hours, you guys. 12
hours.
Oh, like 11 hours now.
Like 11.
Shut up, Tim.
I like that we learned that Kamea doesn't like apologizing.
If we learned
Did
anything
we learn
today.
Yeah, we did.
That's canon.
That's canon now.
We don't love
God's
apologizing.
mouth.
Oh my gosh. Thank you to everyone who stuck around with us to watch this wonderful
God.
game and come on this roller coaster ride of emotions. I might go barf. Please come hang out with us, myself and Sean and Matt on Monday, where we unpack all of this. I don't think we're going to get to any lore. I don't know what I was expecting, but we'll see. Matt and I will prepare. And we will see if we get there. No, maybe.
No chance.
Please come hang out with us on Wednesday. It is our all party paladin one shot. So please come watch us have so much fun. So much fun.
Lighthearted and fun.
Very lighthearted and silly and stupid. And we have lovely, sweet characters for you who all just want to have a good time. And then, yeah, we love you all very, very much. And sometimes a god comes to try and murder an entire pantheon of gods. So
Be
safe. Be safe.
On the
night,
plus
you
side, we
folks.
did get to see Kato, and that really did my heart too
Dakota.
good.
Oh,
Otis.
Otis.
Did I